I need to do that now. I'm really, really uncomfortable in this very strange 2022 season. Fam, how you doing tonight? You look at. I see two teams already headed to the Super Bowl, and they're clearly there now, right? You look at the Eagles, and you look at the Bills. Now they're doing the same thing every week, But the rest of the league, well, the Cowboys are playing pretty good football, and all of a sudden the Hawks, but the Hawks aren't going anywhere. So you think, okay, well, this is the second half of the season. Are we going to stop this? I just got to watch the Panthers game just before I came in, just to refresh my memory on what happened there. I still uncomfortable. The Panthers did everything they could to make sure the Rams won that game, though. The Panthers, with P.J. Walker, could have actually won that game. There was a couple of penalties, as usual. That suplex on the sideline with Christian McCaffrey Jr. slammed on his head. That should have been a 15-yard penalty. And actually, that roughly the passer call against, I don't know. It's just, why did they call? Anyway, even the guy in the booth says, well, first of all, it's not. Matthew Stafford that was not a roughing passer call, so I don't know. Because they asked what's his name in the booth, or in New York, what do you think about the call? Well, first of all, it wasn't a roughing the passer call because nobody could believe it. So I said, those are the kind of things that contribute to losses for the opposing team. So they move him 15 yards down the field, and of course, they scored. So you got to be careful. Flags are going to go both ways. I really wish the flags, though, would actually go, if they're going to go bad, go equally bad. And it means both teams, they cancel each other, right? So urgency has come up in week 8, fam. It is really serious. It's not a must-win yet, but it's damn close. The NFL season is at the halfway point, as you know. The Niners continue to wobble like a newborn deer from a rocky, inconsistent start as the league enters week 8. Team now feels an urgency to find footing as they battle the Rams. Well, to keep pace. Hawks, man, y'all ain't. Smiley and company, don't start coming in, man, because you guys are only going to embarrass yourself. But wanted tonight, your predictions for the Niners versus Rams Week 8 contest that will determine who owns the NFC West. Pretty much, I say, because I don't see the Hawks continuing this pace at the halfway point of this season. And you will be recorded, so we can call you back later and say, yo, you did it. In this second meeting of the regular season, the Niners will be without 4 of their starters, which is already making me uncomfortable. Deebo Samuel's got a hamstring, his annual hamstring issue. He may play, but probably not. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I know it's the Rams, and we really need to win this game, and we normally do just because we pretty much dictate the pace of this game when we're healthy. We're not. We're not healthy. We're not as bad, I think, as we were in the NFC Championship game last year, but something close. Because Debo's the guy who beats up on the Rams more than anybody else on the team. Debo just kicks their ass from beginning to the end of the game to the end. But now he's out with a hamstring. Dre Greenlaw. Then you see what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. He's got a calf issue. We saw that last week on the sideline when we played against KC. Eric Armstead, the best run stopper. Well, you got to have him in there. He's not playing. Juice. Oh, man, Juice is not playing. So we're going to be hell after the bye week, but I don't want to go into the bye week 3 and 5. I really don't. These starts have all been ruled out. Actually, Shannon did this a little while ago. Because, Juice, Debo, Eric Armstead, Dre. I know this is a chance. I keep looking for some budding star to come out that hasn't had a chance to play. It comes out and just kicks butt. But these stars have all been ruled out today by Coach Shanahan. Samuel suffered a hamstring injury in Week 7 against the Chiefs and missed 3 straight practices this week. Shanahan said, "Quote, it's not a precaution. He's not good enough to go." The fact that he even had a chance hopefully means he'll be good with the week off and be ready for the next game, unquote. Also, Juwan Jennings. He's been very instrumental and very timely on this season so far. His hamstring. Jason Verrett, knee. The list is questionable heading into the weekend, though. Jennings and Verrett are questionable heading into the weekend, which probably means they're going to play. We're going to see Jason Verrett for the first time this year, most likely. The roster as it stands would mean the only fully available receivers for Sunday's game would include Brandon Ayuk, Ray McLeod, and Danny Gray. George Kittle, of course, he's going to add an exclamation point to that group. It's not bad because as long as I got Ayuk and Kittle, I'm feeling, I don't know what Danny Gray's capable of doing. He's, if anything though, what the Panthers, why they got beat by the Rams, is they refused to throw the ball anything past 5 yards. They just kept giving the ball to McCaffrey the whole time. He just go across the line of scrimmage and they dumped the ball to him, but they never would throw the ball. I'm pretty sure Kyle will though. Not as though they can't have a repeat performance of last Sunday versus Kansas City, owning a 3-4 record. The San Francisco 49ers face what could be a called must-win game against the Rams this particular weekend. PFF eliminates the team's chances of making the playoffs. Well, they estimate the team's chances of making the playoffs right now are at less than 50%. You lose this game, and it goes down. A win would thrust them above 50%, though. The Niners have lost 2 consecutive games and been outscored 72-37 in those 2 losses. Down by 1 at halftime, the Kansas City Chiefs outscored them 30-10 in the second half of Sunday's embarrassment. At Niners Central, they're not panicking yet, and I'm glad they're not. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Just pull it together. After all, the team is only 1 game out of first place in the NFC West. But you better believe there's a sense of urgency to turn things around, and now, Niners. We don't need to go to 3-5 every year and make these miraculous comebacks. Do it. Jimmy Garoppolo said after yesterday's practice, we're only 7 weeks into this thing, so obviously we'd love to be 7-0, but there's a lot of football left. So it's one of those things that whatever the season was, we need to get where we need to get more quickly with just a sense of urgency. I think that's the biggest thing. I think you feel it in the locker room. I felt it throughout the week. Honestly, there's just a sense of urgency within the guys. And we have to do this together. No individual is going to do it on his own. We have to do this as a team. And I think that's what has made us a great unit in the past here. We just have to get back to that, unquote. And JG acknowledged that the Niners have been in this situation before. A year ago, you remember they were 3-5, entering a Week 10 matchup against the Rams. As you know, the good guys won that game and 6 of the next 8 games to make that playoffs. But, that's why go uphill all the way on the second half of the season? That's just way too stressful. They may have played a role in people getting hurt coming down through the stretch. JJ continued by saying, I'm not going to say we've been in the exact situation because every year is different, but we've been in difficult spots before. And I think that's what's gotten us out of it in the past, is just coming together as a team, being together and having that sense of urgency that we need to fix it. We need to fix it now, and it's worked well for us in the past. We just need to get back to that, unquote. See, because maybe the 49ers do need to have a fire set under them to look a little more serious in their execution, because there were a lot of fails against the Kansas City that just required a little more effort, actually. They got to have a little pride in this game. Just come out there and do what you got to do. Everybody try to do the best you can. Don't half-ass anything. I saw that a few times. I said, that could have been a little more. You could have stretch out for that catch. Make the catch, You whiffed on a block, right? That's fine. Get up in the next play and make sure, just tell yourself it ain't going to happen again today. Something like that. Anything to do to get yourself going, right? Anyway, the Rams 3-3 versus the 49ers 3-4, and each squad is now chasing the surprise Seahawks 4-3, who sit atop the NFC West. This marks the first meeting of these guys since Christian McCaffrey landed with the 49ers in exchange for a boatload of picks. But Christian just saw these guys 2 weeks ago. He had a nice game against them, basically. He had pulled off a couple of nice runs. I think Christian was around 100 yards against the Rams. But he was the only weapon the Panthers used. There was some fight going on between Richards, wide receiver for the Panthers. There was some fight going on between him and the wide receivers coach. And Wilkes just threw him out of the game. Just, man, go take a shower. Get out of here. They could have used him, but I think maybe he would have made a little difference. Anyway, so my point is, the Rams aren't just devastating like they may have been last year. They lost a lot of people, and it shows. They're going to get their center back this week, I understand, though. And their right tackle is doing a good job for them. So we may not be able to bum rush them as well as we did last game. So there are some things to be concerned with. Neither of these squads have enjoyed a delightful first half, but the Rams have endured a particularly rough ride. LA currently sits as a home underdog, plus 1.5 after losing to the Niners 24-9 earlier this month. If they're predicating it off that score in that game, they shouldn't. This marks the third time that defending champs have been underdogs and the second time they have been home dogs this season. I've even heard that the anticipated percentage of the crowd support is at the appropriately labeled Levi's South, a.k.a. SoFi Stadium, is over right now. Ticket sales are indicating over 60% 49er fans. Dare them to ask, whose house is this? Somebody like, I know y'all, shame. The Rams lost the AFC powerhouse and Super Bowl favorite Buffalo in the 2022 NFL opener and have gone just 22-4 against the spread this season. There's nothing good about that. There's nothing good about that. There is no reason to be afraid of the Rams. There's no reason to really lose to the Rams if you just come in there and play. But don't come in there assing around, Niners. I mean, Matthew Stafford has looked like a shell of his 2021 self, and a lot of his weak spots following countless offseason departures are getting exposed. I mean, in their last game, the Rams covered as a 10-point home favorite over Carolina in Week 6. Okay. But a P.J. Walker-led offense is a much simpler challenge than Shanahan Garoppolo. Shanahan alone. I mean, McVay and you add CMC. Unfortunately, without Debo, CMC and Debo, I would have been very confident in this game, actually. But we still got George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk to go with it. And the Niners will look to win their first game with McCaffrey after losing 44-23 to Mahomes and Chiefs last week. Will the Rams get their revenge after their Week 4 humiliation at the hands of San Francisco? That's the question right now. Or will the Niners roll over the division rivals en route to an NFC West title, for which they are now favored plus 130? The final score prediction, 49ers and Rams odds for NFL Week 8. Betting odds are courtesy of Sports Interaction. And here's what they're saying. They indicate spread 49ers minus 1.5, minus 110. Rams plus 1.5, minus 110. Over under 43 points. Under 43 points. Money line 49ers minus 126. If you're putting cash on this, Rams plus 104. As of October 19th, the Niners were underdogs in this one, getting 2.5 points. Since the McCaffrey trade, San Francisco started creeping up to plus 1. They've got to make sure that McCaffrey is part of the formula, though. See, that's why when the odds went down against KC. McCaffrey's a game changer. If you can use him properly, now he's got company out there, and it's not just him. You would think that it would be too much for the Rams to try to stop. But plus, San Francisco started creeping up to plus 1, then even, then minus 1, then minus 2, and ultimately the current minus 1.5. Similarly, they were plus 120 before the trade and skyrocketed up to 0.05 after the trade. So the total, which had been flatlined at 40 from open until Monday, gradually jumped to 43. 49ers and Rams, 3 trends to know, though, fam. Since 2021, the Rams are just 7-10 against the spread after a win. They just got through winning, right? In that same span, San Francisco was 6-4 ATS following a loss. Matthew Stafford is just 1-6 against the 49ers throughout his career. Rams have 13 turnovers in 5 games, including 6 in their past 3 games. Los Angeles has only forced 1 turnover since Week 3. Do you know that Stafford's got more INTs, and I don't know how many pick sixes, than he does TDs? Even after looking at all the data, I'm still not comfortable with all these injuries. I need more than Givens and company in the middle, man. If they run, fam, it's going to be rough because Cooper Kupp is still no Debo, no good. I'm thinking, although I figure Coach Shanahan is going to run all of Debo's plays through Christian McCaffrey this week, standing in for that role. And you know what? If there's anybody who can run Debo's part, it's CMC. Jimmy beats the Rams because of his average release time against them is around 2.5 seconds, which nullifies that Ram rush for the most part and aids the offensive line. However, Shannon beat the Rams last time because he passed a lot, and LA couldn't really stack the box in that first meeting we've had, and finally that worked, and Wilson Jr. was able to explode for that run all the way to the green, to pay dirt. With CMC, if him and JG have had enough time to develop a rhythm, that will probably be the plan again. Will it work? CMC is the ultimate professional. He kind of reminds me of, he should be the same injection as Emmanuel Sanders was for the 49ers back in 2019. I see him, that one-handed grab he made against the Rams last week. I said, wow. He's got more talent than even people I even knew. I don't watch him all the time, but he is really. We'll see. JW to slot to cover Cup. I don't want that. If he didn't have that cast on, I'm be more than confident he's covered Cup before. Prediction: Niners 3 TDs. I'm figuring 3 TDs for the Niners, and of course a pick six is almost promised by Stafford for 28 points. A Robbie Gould field goal. 31. 49ers could make 31 points. Talanoa, are you ready, Talanoa? I'm depending on you, boy. Get him. The Niners have just too many good defenders, especially Armstead and Messi. The Rams will score 30 points with 3 TDs. And a field goal. It's going to be close, fam. If we win this, and so I said if we win, normally I just say, I talk major trap. I don't like our defense. I'm kind of not worried about the offense because the Rams' defense is a little suspect right now. But our defense has got to do. It's got to be them. They got to be themselves. If they can't, they're vulnerable. Fam, 31-30 for me. I don't want it. We're going to be stressed out the entire game for 4 quarters. I'm going to be sitting here screaming and passing out. I'm going to bring my smelling salts for this game, man, because I can't take this, man. I tell you right now, it's just really. God, Jesus. Rev, come on in, Rev. Oh, Robert Slavin says 49ers win 27-24, season sweep, and we go 3-0. Robert, I'm supporting you, though. I really do. Woo! Brian!
It's the man, it's the myth, it's the legend, it's Ronbo Sports.
The law
Ronbo,
just
what's
rolled
going
in.
on, man?
Yeah, worrisome. I was more confident last week when we were playing the Hawks because Rams, man, the 49ers got to come in there and guns blazing. Don't clown, Niners. Brian, what are you thinking?
Well, let me put the car in reverse for a minute because I made a couple of attempts last week. I think one attempt, I just fell asleep. It was so late. But I couldn't get in on the chat. But I'm just going to briefly say that and then talk about this game. All right, so on last week, first of all, we got to be careful. Like I said before, we got to be careful who we call the guru. I don't think you're too much a guru if your offense if you only scored 30 points one time.
Preach.
True.
I don't know what kind of guru you know. We got to and I'm gonna say the 49er faithful, they know this too. The real guru, God bless his soul, was Bill Walsh. That he is the guru.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. And he has champions, and he has the trophies to prove it. So when the sports commentators they say, well, yeah, Kyle Shanahan, he's the guru, he's an offensive guru. I'm like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? No, sir. No.
Because Andy Reid is the guru.
He's a good coach, but not a guru. No. He had a second chance. He had a second chance at a Super Bowl when he fell through. With the what? and he had a defense with him.
Mm.
As Ike Turner used to say, what the problem is.
Ah,
But that's enough of that. This week, we got the same old sorry ass Lambs.
mm.
So I think the team right now, it'll get better as weeks come and players get healthy. And I would say coming off the bye week, we should be, full strength and ready to roll for the second half and probably a more treacherous schedule.
It is.
We hadn't played Arizona, and I'm Seattle. I'm not worried about them, although they are playing good ball. But I'm not worried about them because again, Geno Smith is Geno Smith.
He's been doing well.
He's been doing well.
It may be Pete Carroll.
Yeah. But Geno ain't faced the front line like we got when we're healthy.
Yeah, that's what we got to do, though.
And what's going on with Armstead? Speaking of health, when is he coming back?
Plantar fasciitis. It's that weird kind of condition. You might be okay today, but you'll wake up tomorrow and be in pain, and that's really a scary situation. There's nothing that can be done about that. It's got to heal on its own with treatments. So we don't know how long it's going to be before we get him. And he's the best run stopper. And it's always the main cog. Every position, when we lose people, it's always the main guy. Always nobody else.
It's never a backup. It's always our one.
Yeah.
Some kind of condition we ain't never heard of.
Well, I've heard of plantar fasciitis.
Almost make believe.
But
almost make believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, one more thing. Have you? I don't know if you heard anything or not, but I saw on Sports Center. I saw on the info on the bottom. They said that Jeff Wilson Jr. he's getting some interest from other teams.
Yeah. Well, because they know we're overloaded. We got a logjam now of wide receiver. You've got Elijah Mitchell coming back. You've got the guy who just got CMC, and you still got TDP, and you got Jordan Mason. The best trading piece is Jeffrey Wilson Jr. Now, I don't know what they hope to retrieve for him. It's probably going to have to be a really good deal.
What do you think they get? What do you think Jeffrey Wilson's worth?
At minimum, maybe a 4th-round pick, and if they're lucky, they can get a 3rd. Jeffrey Wilson's got a lot of high impact, but his 2 fumbles. If I'm a coach or GM, I saw there was 2 key fumbles this year that may have cost us games. That may work against him, but he's a good hardcore runner. I do like him, and I don't want to trade him actually.
Yeah. But well. But anywho, I think if we go into whatever that stadium is, if we go in and handle our business like we do, and I know we can, we're no capable. Jimmy G don't turn the ball over, give our defense a chance, don't hurt us. I think we can pull off the sweep, and then I think all may be pardoned, and and that Chiefs loss will be, it'll be behind us.
Now remember,
going into the bye.
Remember, Matthew Stafford is guaranteed to turn the ball over, no questions asked. If they trade a turnover, Jimmy doesn't throw pick sixes like Matthew loves to throw them pick sixes. So it's just a difference. But
right.
But Brian, give me your score on this game because we're a little late. We're gonna. What do you think is going to be the score?
I think it'll be 27-7, Niners.
Ooh, you expected. All right. Oh, I wish. You got my support. All right, Brian. We got to roll. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to Faithful. And shout out always to production. And the law is out.
Thanks, fam. Road Ashley Music. I see how you ball it out. I kind of do. I really do because who are they going to put on him? Killer show up, please. Yeah. MCM gets his first TD as a Niner. Yeah, if MCM is ready, if him and Jimmy are clicking, yeah, I expect something similar to what we seen when Emmanuel Mosley came. Because Jimmy just works better with Pro Bowl talents. That's why George, Jimmy, and Debo have gotten better the last couple of seasons. So if Ayuk can just work, I don't know. Are they going to put Jalen Ramsey on Ayuk? We'll see. Ron Ashley, thanks for that contribution, fam. Sharon.
Hello, Ronbo. How are you?
Sharon worried. Yeah, this worries me. This game worries me.
Me too.
I would feel comfortable if Debo was playing because I know they can't do a damn thing
Me
with Debo.
too. I'm nervous.
God.
I said, no, Debo. I was like, yikes, we in trouble.
Damn. Ah.
That hurts.
But maybe
And then with
CMC is kind of Debo light. And I don't mean
he's
that.
versatile, so maybe he can handle Debo's position. So I think
He
he's
can. I really think he can if they could get, if they know how to, if he knows what he's supposed to be doing. Because, Jimmy Debo had that down to a science.
He's up to date with the playbook, so let's see what he does.
No, but knowing it and applying it is two different
things. When he played the Rams before, he got some pretty good yards on him. So.
No, but he was the only guy they threw the ball to. We'll see.
Yeah. It was funny because Aaron Donald was explaining, wait, the Niners got Christian McCaffrey? That's a headache. I was laughing.
McCaffrey's tough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So hopefully he scores his first touchdown as a Niner. That'd be nice.
Because he can come out of the slot, too. He's a great receiver. He made a one-handed catch against the Rams. I was, shocked. And what I'm seeing from my guys is not enough effort in making the catches. Jeffrey Wilson should have caught that ball last week with his. That was a very flimsy effort. That was terrible. So
yes, it was.
McCaffrey, he'll go lose his mind.
I think he'll bounce back and prove himself, too. Hopefully not be traded, but they don't give Jeff Wilson Jr. credit enough or respect enough for what he does. I mean, he's healthy and he's out there playing hard. I mean, respect the man,
Yeah.
I mean, at least he's not hurt all the time like all the others.
Yeah.
I mean, when he goes to another team, you're going to regret it and see what he does when he goes to another team. Then you're going to regret trading him.
I really don't want him to go because he's always that guy who can fall back on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if anything, why not trade one of our backups? Why him?
Yeah. It comes down to expense. TDP and Jordan Mason don't cost anything.
And I know Elijah Mitchell's coming back off a bye week, so I guess. But I was like, man, they didn't give that dude credit enough. Like, come on, Niner.
He may not get traded. But they still got to let somebody go out of that room.
Not.
I don't know who they're going to let go. So I guess they thought, okay, rather than let somebody go, let's see if we can get something for Jeffrey Wilson Jr. And I figured they put that out there. They're receiving calls, as they put it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I saw
if they put that out there or not.
But it's going to be a close game.
Yeah.
I know my heart's going to be pounding out of my chest the whole game. I don't know. It's just going to be tight. It's going to be, hopefully, they clean up on the penalties and everything. If you know who gets the most penalties, then you know who's going to win that game. So hopefully it's the Rams that get the penalties because they're known for that.
And pick sixes. He doesn't throw INTs.
Exactly.
He donates points. So I'm looking for him to do that again. If they can get that.
The only thing is, they can stop Cooper Kupp because that's like a one-man show between him and Stafford.
I know, right?
They don't throw to anybody else but Cooper Kupp. Like, that's why everybody's getting frustrated with Stafford and the coaches because they don't throw the ball around. It's like it's supposed to be a team effort. You guys are only throwing it to one man.
But he gets it done. That's the thing, Sharon. Cooper Kupp makes catches. That dude, he makes tough catches, and he's got yak too. Oh, that's a quarterback's dream, you know.
But I think we can stop him. We stopped him last time because we had Debo, but we've won games without Debo. So.
Have we? Which ones? I'm trying.
Yeah, I think we have.
We have to if we're winning because Debo's
Yeah.
going to miss at least 2 or 3 a year.
Yeah. And then we got, Brandon Ayuk. We got Kittle's going to have to step up. The defense definitely going to have to step up. Everybody's got to step up, put it that way.
Yeah, that goes without saying. We got too many guys out, so everybody's got to kind of move it up a little more intensity.
All the backups got to play. Play like you're paying your bills or you got to pay your bills or something, but just play.
Or at least make it look like I'm not supposed to be a backup anyway. I want to get that kind of attitude player. Yeah.
If we don't win on Sunday, and I know I don't smoke weed or nothing, but I'm going to smoke me a blunt and pass out. I will pass out the next day and forget about the game.
I didn't expect from you, Sharon, to say something like that.
I'm serious. This is serious. We need this win.
I think at least from what Jimmy was saying in the interviews and the other guys, at least they know this is not. We're not fooling around this week.
Yeah, this is a must-win game. So come on, Jimmy.
Sharon, what do you got for a score, you and Mom?
Mom says 27-17. I'm going 31-24 Niners.
I tell you, the Panthers could have scored way more points, so they're not invulnerable as far as comes scoring.
Yeah, they could have.
So we'll find out.
Yeah, I was like, man. But, oh, well.
All right, Sharon. We'll be looking for you Sunday, and hopefully you and Mom are definitely right.
I hope so, too. I'm going to be holding my breath the whole entire game. So.
I know you and me both. All
really
right, Sharon. Have a great night.
All right, have a good night. Let's go Niners.
Oh, God, yes. Fly guy. Fly guy. Fly guy. Fly guy. Fly guy, come on in, man. Sitting up here. Hey, Fly guy, what's really good, though? Anytime I feel this way, there's a better chance for us to win. When I get confident we're going to win is when it's a red flag. Boy, look out. We're getting ready to get beat. But this game, I just don't know. What do you think?
Everybody keeps talking about we can't turn the ball over. We can't turn it over. We can't turn it over. Jimmy G can't make no mistake. They don't understand the game. The game is every team make turnovers. KC made turnovers and still give us 40 points. It's not about turnovers. It's about being aggressive. So you can't stop throwing the ball because you threw one INT. You got to still be aggressive. You got to thread the needle. You got to make plays. So if we being aggressive, we can overcome some turnovers. Like, I don't know what you're talking about turnovers. It don't make no sense. Every team makes turnovers.
Everybody associates Jimmy G with turnovers. His percentages are over 60% consistently, but the only concern is about that turnover. And then, if he turns one, he went 4 weeks without a turnover, and then all of a sudden he threw a turnover. That's all he does is throw turnover. But see, that's what the word is turnover in Jimmy G. So
turnover is gonna happen. Yeah. If you're a good offense, you're gonna have turnovers because you're not scared to play. Yeah. That's what Kai is doing. He's scared to play. I don't want to turn the ball over, so we're gonna run the ball. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna run the ball. It's like that's like. Play the ball. Play the game. It's football. Play. You're gonna make turnovers. You're gonna hit big touchdowns. You're gonna do a bunch of things. Play. Yeah. We can't be going about turnovers. We got to go out there and put points on the board.
Good point. You can't play scared. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
We got to come out third quarter. We got to change the game. Go up tempo. Let Jimmy G run a series of change it up a little bit. Third quarter, we always like cold. Let's come out in no huddle. Let's be aggressive. Let's go stick with the script. Jimmy G already know the plays. Let him be aggressive. Like no huddle. Come in third quarter. Be aggressive. Let the defense be like, whoa, we need timeout. That's how we got to play.
See, more aggression. I like that idea actually.
Yeah. Because we can't keep sitting back, running. Teams they score on us. We come back, run. They score again. Then now the whole game plan is in the garbage now. We got to come out.
G's thrown 2 TDs in about three out of the last. You know what? He might throw 3 this time just because McCaffrey's a little more up to speed. I'm thinking, right? If we can get a George and Ayuk involved in that offense, CMC won't be the focal point because they keyed on CMC when they played the Panthers. That's all they did, and he still did a job on them.
I got another thing to say. You really think Kyle is trying to win? You really think so?
Well,
Because
go ahead. I'm wondering why. Now, why would you think he isn't?
Because if you think about it, Ronbo, if you want to win the Super Bowl, right? What you lost this year? You lost your starting quarterback. Now you got a backup quarterback, which is because you don't trust him. He's a backup quarterback. So what do you do with four picks? You go get a running back. You could have tried to bargain somebody for a QB that you wanted. You would have got a QB you wanted, but you wouldn't have got a running back. That means you're not trying to address the problem. You stuck in those same ways. It's like I need a QB. I go get a running back.
But it was all Fly Guy. You don't want the Rams to get CMC because their run game is average at best. But if you add CMC and Cooper Kupp together on the same team, now you got a problem. Just like the Rams, when we're healthy. If we got CMC and Debo, Ayuk, and the company, now the Rams got a serious problem. See? So sometimes you make deals because you got to keep another team from getting a player too.
Nah, I don't think that's why they got CMC because
they were worried about that. They knew the Rams were going after him.
When the Rams were going after OBJ, did 49ers react? Well, I'll let them get OBJ because if they had OBJ with Stafford, they're gonna be so crazy. Like that's
there was something else going on at that time. OBJ, no, remember they did approach him. He made that choice.
Let's be honest. We know if we have Aaron Rodgers, we going deep and win the Super Bowl. We know they're not happy where they're at. Why? How come we didn't save the 4 picks to be like, hey, we'll give you 4 picks and Jimmy G. They'll give you Aaron Rodgers quick.
I hate to tell you, but I don't know about Aaron Rodgers in the Super. Okay, here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers is a regular season quarterback. He's the best maybe of all time. But something happens in the playoffs, and it's not just us that beat him. Aaron Rodgers, if you think he's going to get out of it, I don't think he can get out. Go ahead.
Players play different in different teams. You have look at Russell Wilson. He went to Denver and he doing nothing because it's a different team. Aaron Rodgers could come to the 49ers and become like
the
Tom
same
Brady,
as Russell Wilson. I like Aaron Rodgers. I think he's great, but I think he's a little overrated when it comes to playoff football.
Picture Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Aaron Rodgers throwing them the ball.
Look who he had in Green Bay. Those were no slouches. And he had Devontae, probably one of the greatest wide receivers in the last 5 or 10 years.
But like I say, Ronbo, different teams
maybe.
bring out players.
Maybe.
So if we want to change, we got to address what we need. We need a QB that we're going to rely on in the playoff. Did Kyle address that? No. He went and got a running back.
If you're going to go for a quarterback that's out there that's not happy, well, you know what? There's not
right now. Aaron Rodgers not happy. Yeah. Tom Brady not happy. We could easily be like, "Hey, you not happy? Come over here."
Brady might work
for Brady,
but Kyle would have to stand down and let him run a show.
Wilson,
no, Wilson. Wilson. That's why they let him go out. Let me get your score though.
27-24 49ers.
All right. So you still believe? We all tried to. I see you Sunday, fam. All right. Oh man. Is it? I see Ayuk balling out. No Debo. Kill show up, please. MCM gets his first TD as a 49ers Levi South book it. MCM might have something he wants to get even with the Rams anyway. It's Renzo down in North Florida.
Greetings from North Florida. What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, fam, it's just kind of scary. I don't know. Without Debo, see, because I already know Debo's going to do a certain amount of damage to the Rams. That's what he does. I still don't know without him how the 49ers are going to do.
Oh man, this gonna be a closer Rumble.
I know.
This was gonna be a close one. Cause you missing one of your main dogs. So hey,
And when it comes to the Rams, he might be the main dog. Oh my God.
yes, he is the Ram killer. And I'm like, man, because I look at it like this, man. Debo, he puts us like over the top without him being there, man. The Rams might can play more aggressive. You know,
Maybe not only because of CMC. We got CMC just in time because Kristen is not gonna be no weak sister out there. It depends on how Jeffrey Wilson Jr. can carry his load. George Kittle is going to be key, and Ayuk is going to be super key. If they can hook up all those weapons at the same time, because we lost Juice. Damn it. You know, this is, Juice was getting hot, too.
Ronbo, we right now, man, we missing people that helps our team run to the T, and we missing some key players. So it's gonna be I feel like it's gonna be a close one, but hopefully defense can help us pull this one out. It's gonna take defense and offense and special teams. It's gonna take everybody to pull their weight to get this one. Because I don't think the Rams want to get swept 3 years in a row. I don't think they want that to happen.
I know. See, they're going to be playing desperation. Both teams are desperate. We do not want to fall to 3-5. And the Rams certainly don't want the 49ers going up 4-4 and putting them at 3-5. You know, both teams are going to be like, it's going to be some fights out there on that field.
Yeah.
It's going to get rough. Because these teams don't like each other at all.
I be sitting and I be listening at a lot of podcasts. They like, we need this and we need that, but we ain't got the draft picks. I say, yeah, we ain't got it, but we got one piece that can get it. Like, if y'all, but they ain't gonna make that move though, you know. And I was just at the last call and say, Aaron Rodgers, you better do like Kevin Durant. If I can't beat you, I'll join you.
Yeah, you know. That's why. But Aaron lost to Brady in that playoff game too. Aaron Rodgers, people don't understand. He lost to Wilson. Aaron gets in these situations and loses every year. Now I used to be with everybody else. Aaron Rodgers, well, that's just a bad boy. But he's a bad boy during the regular season.
He runs across the Niners in the playoffs. That's where it stopped.
Not only the Niners, the Hawks beat him. The Tampa Bay Bucks beat him. He's been beaten down through the last over 10 years. Aaron Rodgers has been getting there and getting ran out. You know, you can't go 10 years and don't win. That's why I said even bad as people think of Jimmy, you give Jimmy 10 opportunities, he's going to make one work.
Nah, he ain't, Ronbo. You just believe in that. That ain't happening, Ronbo.
Listen,
we already
these playoffs are all about the defense mainly anyway. And the Super Bowl, it's 90% the defense. So just like that guy who won for the Ravens, what, he was better than Jimmy? I don't think so. People put too much. Everybody thinks a quarterback's going to win these games. He's not. He's going to be a part of it, but he ain't going to be the whole sum total. So otherwise,
but Ronbo, you got to look at it like this, Ronbo. What is the offense job? Their job is to put up points. That's your whole job. Because if you got a good defense, they're going to keep the offense on the field. They're going to keep you on the field if you got a good defense.
And the game plan. And the game plan.
Yeah.
And everybody's got to execute. The only reason we lost the Super Bowl is mainly because of Mike Persons. All we had to do was get a first down. But that offensive line was getting breached in the fourth quarter on every snap. And then the defense, we got beat deep. How many times? So you see what I'm saying? It's not just the quarterback like so many people insist on believing. It is a combination of things at that level of play. When you get to playoffs, now it's about 11 on 11. Not 1 against 11. 11 on 11. Everybody's got to do their job or you're going to lose.
As long as we win Sunday, I just need to win Sunday and get your ooh la la voice ready, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Get your ooh la la voice.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this game. I need Debo. I really do. So I'm really worried about that. I need Armstead to stop them for a minute. I need 2 or 3 guys to be a part of this mix that ain't there.
They'll be sideline coaching. That's what they'll be doing.
That's not good enough. Well, you know what? Trent Williams did a good job with Burford
Yeah.
sideline coaching. Burford looked good. I wish he played the right side of the line, actually.
Mm.
Mosey hurt, too. Yeah, Okie Niner's right. Mosey was
That's
having
that's
a
a
Pro
big
Bowl
one.
year.
That's
Damn.
a big loss. Yeah, that's a
Ah,
big loss. So that's going to leave somebody probably getting a little open more than usual. So, but I think we'll end up still with it, but it's going to be a close game.
yeah.
It's going to be a close.
Ah. What do you think it's going to be then? What score?
I think it's going to be 27-20. I think it's going to be 27-20.
Niners or Rams? Because I asked that. It's not, I'm not
Yeah.
taking that for granted.
I think we'll win 27-20.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of them hard games, but we'll manage. I just watched the Phillies just take the lead over the Astros.
Good.
Wow.
I mean, hopefully, there's a God above that doesn't like cheaters. Do not let the Astros win another damn World Series. God, I can't believe they're there again. You know what? Unfortunately, they do have a good club, but what they've done,
Yeah.
that's a scar for life. That's just terrible.
Hey, who did somebody say if you ain't cheating, you ain't winning?
Belichick. Baby, fam, we gotta go. Rizzo, I'll see you Sunday. All right.
Oh, I'll be at work, but I'll be listening to you though.
All right, fam. Appreciate you.
All right,
Have a great
y'all
day.
be safe.
You too.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Tony.
Ronbo,
Tony.
Ronbo,
Well, Tony, come on in and
you
bring
got
your
me on the
aspirin.
barbecue, brother. Can you hear
Are
me
you
all right?
barbecuing? All right.
Yeah.
It's good. God, what kind of delights are you throwing on that grill?
I got pork ribs,
All right.
some chops, some sausages, some steaks.
Tony, do you make your own sauce, by the way?
No, I usually buy it, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Truck drivers don't got that much time on their hands.
You know, I was going to kick it. My dad used to make his own sauce and talk. He'd make it clear to everybody who was at the barbecue. "Yeah, I made that sauce myself. Dad, you know what? We heard you the first 15
Don't hate
times.
the Astros.
Anyway, Tony, you know, while you're barbecuing, your feeling on this game and what's going to happen here?
Well, we got. Let's put it in perspective, right? We got what's his name? Christian McCaffrey. Right?
Yeah, I'm
We got
thinking good thoughts
Brandon
about him
Ayuk.
too. Yeah,
Okay. Juice is out. Is Juice out?
Juice is out.
Okay, Juice is out. So we've got enough people, I believe, for Shanahan to scheme up a few things and get McCaffrey, Ayuk, and whoever else out there, plus bring in Jordan Mason, right, and the TDP, what's the other dude, the speedster? Danny Gray. Right, so we get the main guys around out the back attracting all the attention, right? And then we can get, we can offload the ball to Jordan
CMC.
Mason, to
Yeah.
TDP,
Yeah.
to, throw a few balls, special balls for, what's his name? Danny Gray.
Yeah.
Decoy the thing, you know what I mean? Confuse him. He's got the personnel there to do it. If he can't scheme up a win in this game, well, I'm sorry, but someone's got to tap him on the shoulder and say, right, brother, you got ample enough weapons there. You should be able to confuse the crap out of them. You know they're going backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
This is a prove-it game or the turning point of the year game. You know what I mean? This is a time where we've got to turn it around like we did last year. I don't, like comparing years to other years, but it's crunch time because what's going to happen when he comes up against McDaniel?
I know, right?
Right? McDaniel's the game against McDaniel is going to prove whether Kyle Shanahan is a shitbox and McDaniel was the one in charge, or what? He's gonna be wearing a nappy when the McDaniel game comes up.
I'm going to be a basket case for that
I'm
game
telling
too.
you.
I really, okay, it depends on what my defense looks like. Because if the defense is a little more whole and complete than they are now,
Okay,
we'll
we've
be
got
fine.
a full team. We've got a full team, full defense. All right? Full defense, full squad, full crew. McDaniel comes in here and tears him a new a-hole.
Because he
Then
knows
what?
us too, Tony.
Mm.
That's
Huh?
advantage.
What's going to happen then?
Yeah.
Is that going to expose Shanahan? Who's going to be the better
Yeah.
coach after that game?
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
I mean, we have to win this game. There's no ifs, buts, excuses. It was this, it was Jimmy threw this, Jimmy. Look, I'm hearing people saying the offense. The job of the offense is to get open.
Yeah.
Get open so your quarterback can throw it to you.
Yeah.
Like every other team. You see all the good teams, their receivers have got green grass in front of them all over the place. Our ones seem to be, not at that stage yet. I don't know what the story is,
Well, this has been the
Ayuk
story.
is the standout.
Yeah, this has been kind of the story for, we've been looking for receivers. We've been building this receiving crew for 5 years. Because the first 2-3 years, they were just makeshift, second stringers, second level. And now I put him up there with he's good. He can get separation. Debo is Debo. He does what he does. And George is good.
The only solace I got, Ronbo, I don't know if you've seen that podcast, a bloke with McVeigh, and the guy in the podcast said to him, did you know that the 49ers got Christian McCaffrey? And he dropped about 5 or 6 F-bombs.
Yeah, I know.
And I thought, you
don't really crack me about that, too. They got another good player. What? Oh, God, Sean, you go get a good player this time every year. And we still hand you your butt. So you just shut up. And he wanted to get McVay. I mean, he wanted to get CMC. He was trying. They don't have any draft picks. See, Tony, that's what goes with picks. F the picks. Now you don't have any picks to trade.
So, I think the confusion part and decoys and this, that, we've got the personnel to do it. I mean, I'm sure everybody that's waiting online will agree. We've got the personnel to do it, but somebody has to scheme it up, Ronbo.
Yeah. Well,
all right, someone's got to scheme it up.
Kyle better know this is the time to do it. Tony,
he's got no excuse.
Let's get your score and get you back to the barbecue. What score you got in this game?
I'm going to go. I want these guys. I want the offense to take over, and I'm going to say 31-10. They have to score more than 30 points in this game to make a statement.
Just like last week, you cannot score 23 points, Kyle. God. All right. Tony, all right. Looking forward to hearing from you Sunday. It's going to be a good game. Only because I'm scared to death.
I hope so. I don't want to be driving around there because your Sunday is my Monday. I don't want to be driving around there punching the steering wheel. Put it
that sucks, doesn't it? I hate that feeling. You're going to be fine, Tony. We're going to win this game. All right. I'll see you. I'll see you there. All right. Nice.
All right, brother. Shout out to everyone. See you in the next chapter.
Thanks, Tony. Man.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. And Okie Niner says, I try to stay non-biased. It's good, too, Okie, because we got a lot of biased people. And Howard, Howard, got the Rams coming up. How you feeling about that? Damn it! I went to come out. What's Monday? This was Victory Monday when we're celebrating. Howard. Did we lose Howard again? We lost Howard last week, and all of a sudden. Mufasa, don't pay that boy no mind. That fake 49er fan, I don't care what he says. Montana. He changed his name. Hey, hey, who's this? Is that Howard?
You?
Howard, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Howard.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it. What's going to happen Sunday?
I tell you what's going to happen. The Niners are going to squeak a game out. It's not going to be a blowout.
And we got to wait till fourth quarter, the last few minutes
Oh, yeah.
with
Oh,
a
yeah.
crying
It's
towel
gonna go
and
down
everything
to fire.
else. God, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Usually the second meetings, they tend to be like that,
Yeah,
where
you're
the
right.
games go down to the wire.
Last year,
You know
right?
what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, we
Yep.
pulled that game out
and the year
with
before
minutes to
that,
go.
and the year before that, too.
Right,
Yep.
this is all the time.
Yep. So,
Especially
yeah, man. Yeah.
at their place.
You know, it's kind of messed up though. It's like a lot of people think that we just about to just steamroll these guys. I don't know about that, bro. As much as that may make us all feel good or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't see it. I don't see it.
We need
The
to
Rams
have
are just as
everybody home
desperate.
for that to even be possible. And we not only
Right.
not everybody home, the wrong dudes are missing too. Ain't gonna be no steamroll. I do agree with that, boy. Yeah, no, ain't gonna be no steamroll.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
When you
No
wake
Devo,
when you wake up on Sunday, you gonna see it.
All right, Anderson, hold on, fam. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Kyle is one interesting fella, isn't he? He just brings in all his
I love the way
relatives.
you put it in those
He
very nice terms.
He brings all his relatives in, and then he got to get rid of Jeff Wilson just like that, bro. You bring your nephew in, and you gonna trade this guy who's been nothing but
Your nephew.
good?
I love it.
Is just as good as McCaffrey has so far this year. I mean, granted, he was on a shitty team, but come on, man. 5.4 yards a game per carry is 5.4 yards, bro. That's he's doing his job. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yep.
if he's gonna just trade him because of that little drop pass where he had to look in the sun last week, come on, bro. That's petty.
Yeah, but you know what, Howard? I think
I
it
mean,
has
feel like
more to
he's doing
do
that.
with he's the only one who can get anything back in return.
I guess. But you better hope and pray. You better hope and pray Elijah Mitchell and Christian don't get hurt. That's all I'm trying to say about
there
that.
you go, right there. That's the bottom line. Both of those guys
You
are
know
susceptible.
these running backs is about as fragile as a China doll.
See, that's the scary thing. They're not. Jeffrey gets hurt, but Jeffrey keeps playing in pain. That's one thing I do like about Jeffrey. Jeffrey could have his leg hanging off. He's still jamming.
Yeah.
That's a tough dude.
Honestly, he's been here the longest, and he's pretty much been the most durable.
Actually,
You know
he
what I'm saying?
had the one situation, but it wasn't even on the field. He was in the cafeteria. So on the field, he don't get hurt.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So
there it is. If
I don't
anybody
know,
wants to
man.
know about Young
I
Montana,
have a-
he
I have a-
supports Marketing Pro. I'll let you know all you need to know about him. All right, go ahead, fam. That's a. Boy,
well, I'll
that's
tell
a
you this.
conniving dude.
I'll tell you this though. Jeff Wilson gonna have more value than Cam Akers ever will. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, see, the Rams don't have any picks. I could see the Rams, and I could see the Seahawks going after Jeffrey Wilson Jr. Jeffrey Wilson Jr. is tough.
I can see the whole division going after him. Arizona need a running back too.
Oh, yeah.
Seattle even.
Jeffrey Wilson's going to fetch. They could trade Jeffrey
You know what I'm
Wilson
saying?
easily, actually. There's a lot of teams that take a Jeffrey Wilson.
Yeah, the only team I saw there in the division I could probably see trying to get Jeff Wilson for sure that needs a back is Baltimore.
Ooh, he's that tough guy that they could use.
Can you imagine him and Lamar? He will go off, bro. He gonna go off. He gonna have it easy.
I hate to see him go.
So,
you know he's going to do well wherever he goes. It's been bothering me because I'm a huge Jeffrey Wilson fan. I was before the season came into the season. I said, man, I ain't getting rid of Jeffrey Wilson. I'm sorry, y'all. I stuck by it. I wasn't doing it. And sure enough, I knew it.
Yeah.
Guy's badass.
Yeah, man. So I don't know who's the supposed interest in him, but He's definitely more valuable than Cam Akers. Nobody wants that guy.
Cam's getting traded anyway for
He's
talking
straight
too much.
garbage truck juice.
Not a lie. Him and that dude over in Carolina that was cussing out his wide receivers coach, Richards, is that his name?
Robbie Anderson. He in Arizona now. But.
That cracked me up. He's leaving. Coach throwing him out. He's still
idiot.
talking trash as he's leaving the field. Ain't nobody going to trade for that. I don't need no undisciplined ball player like this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Oh, Howard,
That was the perfect time to get rid of him.
What do you got for a score?
I got 20-16
2016.
Niners.
Okay. It's going to be close. I know. I agree.
I know that doesn't make you feel good.
No, I said 31-30 for Niners. You gave a bigger gap. I'm less confident than you. And if I was getting your score, I'd be 24-23. I just don't know how they're going to do this. They got to stop the Rams. I don't think they can do it. Okay, we'll see.
We'll see, man. We'll see. So I feel like, you know what? I think the Niners are going to be up by 1. Then they get a last-minute field goal. Rams get one last shot, and they don't get it. I think that's what's going to happen.
I bet you that scenario sounds right. All right, fam. I'll tell you what. I'll see you Sunday. We'll compare notes. All right. Like Howard.
Peace.
Oh, God. And Seabass Johnson, yeah, Jeff Wilson is Jimmy G, running backs, if you can get a fourth. Seabass, thanks for that contribution. I thought I saw no, but Blues to Block Guys. 27-17, us, we got this. Discipline is a must, a no doubt must-get win. We do play kind of good under pressure sometimes, maybe more than often than not. Can't fall behind. Heard Cowboys going for DK Metcalf. Our D will come back to A form. What are the Cowboys going to give up? I got to look into that deal. Hey, yo, Ellis!
Ron Bizzle.
Ellis, we were looking for you last time, man. Yeah, we never did. Did we catch up with you last time? Anyway. Come on in, fam, and give us a prognostication.
Shit, what we looking like?
We're looking like
we down.
we got so many
Debo.
guys out. Oh, Debo's not.
We got a lot
playing.
of guys out.
Juice ain't playing. Juice, Debo. Who else is on that list? It's making me crazy. You got Dre Greenlaw's not playing.
Greenlaw.
Armstead, yes. I need him to stop that run. That length of his works really well in the wide 9. And Armstead is just violent, and he don't get thrown out of the play. He runs past it sometimes, but you ain't taking him out. The run back's got to go down. So I don't know.
Shit, we got our work cut out for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's an understatement.
This
right
is
there.
This is a prove it game.
Character.
Can we prove to be, the team that we as fans see ourselves, and I believe the guys see themselves as,
Yeah.
when we're missing a lot of key guys, are we able to still close out wins and look like we can still, like we still got some fight, or are we just laying down, and getting, getting laid out and, not getting up? What's happening? Danny Gray. Oh, we missing Juwan Jennings as well.
Well, he's hurt, so he might as well be missing. And Jason Verrett is questionable.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. Something broke up there, though. Your last part.
Yeah, no, it's people out here acting like they don't know how to drive.
They don't be acting. Don't get me started on that. Okay, go ahead.
Man, but yeah, no, we got no Juwan Jennings. So Danny Gray needs to show something. Christian McCaffrey, I think, is going to have a really good game. The offensive line, I think, is going to, is going to play their ass off. Let's see what Mike McGlinchey does.
By now, haven't they? They could be better this week. They've been together for 8 weeks or 7 weeks.
Yeah, Ray McLeod and Danny Gray got to show something. This is a show me something type game for those guys, regardless if they got reps or not. You've been playing football. You've been doing it. You've been doing this shit for however long. I mean, you have to treat it like it's no other day. You just got to go ball out and do what you know you can, and play to your level of expertise. But these guys are going to have to really prove themselves. The rookies are going to have to come through. The run game has to be solid. Us not having Juwan Jennings for the third downs, the special, downs and stuff like that, making those big catches, and not having Debo there, it's going to be the Ayuk and George Kittle show, and hopefully we get some sprinkles of Ray McLeod and Danny Gray.
CMC. He's a receiver. He'll be receiving.
And of course. That's why I heard he said we got Christian. I know Christian's going to come and he's going to produce. He's going to play, and live up to his name and do what he does. He's proven already. He hasn't done it as a Niner, but he's already proven it in the NFL. So we're not even talking about him. But I'm mainly concerned about the rookies, and I don't like to talk about the trading of
Jeffrey Wilson.
Jeff Wilson. I think that'll be a stupid ass move. The Eagles just got Roquan Smith for a 4th round pick.
Whoa!
And the Bears paid like a large portion of his salary.
Wow!
I'm like, where in the fuck was the negotiations with that?
Yeah, but the thing is,
we could have taken Roquan Smith for a 4th round pick. I would have give him a 2023 or 2024 or something like that or something.
Roquan,
just let him go to the Eagles like
defense? That. Oh my God!
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, that's dirt. Y'all, that's dirt, man. I don't know what was going on with that. Maybe
Robert
they didn't
Quinn.
even put in the inquiry. That's what it is. Roquan Smith, Robert Quinn. That's what I meant.
Well, I heard about that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert Quinn. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That helps the Eagles too. They got backup now.
Yeah. Well, but the Eagles is already hella good. But I'm just saying, when you want a guy like that, when a guy like that wants to leave, and it's that low of a ticket price, you give up that 4th round pick for him. Robert Quinn is proven. I don't know his injury history and stuff is looking like, but at the end of the day, man, that would have been a great find and a great addition that we would much need right now on the defensive side of the ball, considering the injuries we got and the energy's been kind of low the last few games. It would have been just perfect timing, honestly.
Well,
but I think that if anybody's going to be upset this game, it's going to be the offense. I don't think it's going to be the defense. I think as many times as we played them, D'Amico's been kind of, lackluster with the defense, and the defensive side of the ball has been, getting, they've been getting rolls. I mean, when I was watching those jet sweeps and stuff like that, I'm watching Fred Warner, everybody on our defense getting blocked and pushed over. I mean, that shit was hard to watch.
Weak tackling, I never seen them look like that. Last week was like really
backpedaling.
Who are those people? That's not the 49ers.
Backpedaling, sidestepping, and getting pushed over. But that's just getting caught by surprise. It's the element of surprise. When you're unpredictable, you got a lot of success.
And that's what we used to
catch people on their heels and slipping. But that's not what we do. We are the more predictable offensively ran team. Not so much defensively, but offense. And that's why we're so lackluster and we're not able to take advantage of other teams the way we should be able to, especially with the personnel.
We got to get your score right now. But what are you predicting for a score?
We can beat these guys, but I'm honestly going to be shocked if we lose. If we win. Only for the simple fact that I haven't seen us prove that we can play without a lot of our key guys like this. We're missing a lot more players now, especially without Debo being there. He's usually the one. But score-wise, Bo, I'm gonna do. Let me get 28, 21, and I'm gonna pick us to win the game regardless. I'll be surprised if we do, just based on, like I said, the simple fact of the guys that we're missing, and we haven't proved it yet. So this will be a major prove it game. I'll be very happy if we do so.
Oh, you and me both.
Yeah.
It's a get naked day if we beat the Rams, because they will have beaten the Rams with their second unit for the most part. Oh, celebration time. Fam, we got to go, though. I'll see you Sunday, okay?
That's a bet.
God.
Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for the platform, as always. And shout out to the faithful. And, let's lock in, y'all. Let's claim the victory. And let's hope that the guys are ready to, put it down. And Jeffrey Wilson, I hope he goes crazy and lets it be known why the hell he needs to remain on this team.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There you go. All right, fam. Shout out to the squad. I'll see you Sunday. Young Montana, you should go root for the Rams and Seahawks. They like to blame Jimmy for everything too. I can't help you, bud. I can't do it. So you can leave. In fact, I wish you would. Hey, Clarence.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Clarence, we're sitting here looking at our situation, and some of us are worried, and some of us are feeling confident, and others of us are confused, and I'm confused. I don't know what to think. Man. What are you thinking?
Yeah. So score, I'm thinking 31-27. We'll just call it that. We'll just say it's going to be, I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be no blowout. For the Niners, it's got to be one of those get right game of,
get consistent.
Whatever,
how about that?
Just
doing a Jekyll and Hyde act on us in the game, guys. Be the same, okay? Kyle, you too.
I'm worried about, I don't know, this year in particular, and I think it's been being shown in some of the flaws of the team.
Lots.
Shanahan's not in his bag. He is not in his bag right now.
See, that's true.
He's not scheming to the best of his ability. I'll be honest. Our offensive squad, one of the most talented in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we have had all pros in those major offensive positions, minus quarterback, for a decent amount of time. We've had wide receiver, tight end, fullback, offensive line. We've had core pieces as all pros, and why Shanahan cannot scheme them up, scheme them right, scheme them
And Clarence, even
whatever.
if other teams try to double down on them and stuff like that, that should be also a tool you can use to scheme. Because you know what's going to happen. Then do something that you know is going to offset that. What do you guys do around practice? Play cards? Video games? What are you doing?
I don't guarantee, but I have a good suspicion that they're gonna McVay is gonna key on McCaffrey.
Oh, no doubt. Because he's gonna look at the most potent weapon we got now that Debo's out.
Yeah, they're gonna key on McCaffrey, and hopefully Shanahan isn't. And the thing is, and everybody knows this, and I know Ellis, I know Ellis has said this, Dragon has said this. Everybody. Kyle is stubborn as all get out. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy, because he can't see, he can't see in front of his face sometimes when it comes to, game plan, game time adjustments and things like that. It's not like, it's not like in the movie, Remember the Titans, just keep run the same thing. It's like Novocaine eventually get through. It won't, because of the NFL. Like I said, they're not paying these cats, millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of million dollars in some cases, to whatever. And coaches, they may not be getting as much, but gee, they're still making six figures.
Oh,
If not,
man.
if not low sevens,
It's like that coach in
and it's
Texas.
like,
How much money is he making? I saw how much money he made last week. I said, wow. In Texas, they doing that good.
yeah.
He's going to call the Bama coach out. He says,
Oh,
that fight was.
Sarkeesian.
Yeah, my dude is getting paid Grand Theft
Yeah,
Auto.
Sarkeesian. Yeah.
I said, wow, I didn't know they got paid that much at the college level. I know they got paid well, but that was wow. That's more than an NFL coach.
Yeah, well, yeah. They overpay for him because they needed somebody to get in there. But regardless, like I said, again, this is going to be a get right game. Has to be like Ellis was saying, like a prove it game. Y'all got to prove that you belong in the conversation of number one, playoff team, and number two, a Super Bowl contender. You got the pieces, Kyle. You, like I said, everybody saying, a lot of people saying, fire Kyle, fire John. I believe John Lynch is not the problem. He has built
that
a
defense,
roster
for sure.
that's built to succeed and built to sustain
Right.
Injury. If other teams had the injuries that we had to
Endure.
key pieces, we're talking Pro Bowl, All Pro pieces. They would, we would be, in the dirt. They'd be in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have backups. We have good backups, and Kyle has to, get his head out of his, and be the genius that everybody is, claiming that he boy genius or the mad scientist or whatever. Come out and show it, Kyle. Come out and play the game you need to play. You know how to get these guys schemed open. You know how to get these guys, it's like...
And you know how to beat McVay, so beat him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Clarence,
and exactly. I know it's time.
Yeah.
3 years in a row. Get it done. Get them swept. We'll be 3-0 in the division. And let's go. Like I said, we got to win the division first.
Yeah.
So let's get this game. Let's get right, and let's go into the bye, and let's get these guys healthy, and let's go for the quote unquote stretch run.
All right,
I
fam.
appreciate everything, Ronbo.
Oh, I appreciate you, Clarence. I'll see you Sunday. Yeah, I feel better after talking to you, and you brought me down from the depths. At least I see some light. Kyle's got to do exactly what you mentioned, though.
A slight bit. Yeah, so Kyle's got to be a better Kyle. How about that?
Yeah,
all right.
There you go. All right, fam.
Peace out, Ronbo.
Peace out.
All right, bye.
And now, Montana, I like your option. You like the Phillies? Then go ahead, bandwagon fan. Jump on the next wagon. It's okay. We won't blame you. Frank, get in here with your fists. What? Oh, Daniel Serrano. Horns down, tail up. That's the way After I read it, I just realized what I said. Daniel, good to hear from you, fam. Thanks for the contribution. Hey, Frank.
Ronbo.
Well, Frank, I after beating the Rams each and every time except for one time in the last few years, I don't want to start losing the Rams now. So, that's why I'm feeling pressure. How you feeling about this? As we going to win this game?
I mean,
if we had all our people, I'd be talking major trash right now. And if we just had, I want 3 or 4 of those guys back. But I can't lose all them people and expect to whoop the Rams. Honestly. Okay, let me stop.
It's just a faith in Kyle. That's all. That's why I laid the line that, my faith is not really into Kyle, man. So Kyle really had to have his team prepared after last week embarrassment. So we need to come out this weekend fired up, and ready to play and go to work.
It should be
automatically. So if you got the nickname, using the boy Wonder, the play call guru. This you need to be coaching, man, and show us and show the world why you that dude. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's the Rams, but still, you still need to show, and we definitely need to bounce back from that embarrassment game last week. So there's no excuses. There's no excuses. You traded for McCaffrey, you got what you want, you're excited, you got a new toy and all this and that. The Rams, we know the Rams, we know each other. So there shouldn't be no, major, setback, on our play, on our end for our offense. Yeah. So I mean, Debo, he might be out. Debo might play. It's not saying he ruled out. It's just he didn't practice.
Maybe maybe Shannon's trying to BS him.
So
maybe he is lying.
Yeah, so we don't know.
Could be a strategy.
So you can't use Debo out there for a decoy, but if not, you still have enough pieces to win the game. You still have enough pieces to win the game.
Wait, Frank,
so it is really
Frank, I like that idea right there, though. A decoy. Let the Rams think, well, we ain't got to worry about Debo, but we do have to worry about Christian McCaffrey. If McVay's that stupid, then Kyle should run Debo out there. Looks like Debo Samuel's going to suit up and play today. But, he's hurt. So they use him as a decoy.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, so, I mean, we're going to see what happens, man. So, long as, Stafford will turn it over. Ronbo
guaranteed.
Just got do his part, and that's it, man. But I definitely was listening to some callers earlier, Ronbo, and with Aaron Rodgers. You gotta understand with Aaron Rodgers, Ronbo. He never had a defense like when he did have a defense, they won the Super Bowl in 2010. So you put Aaron Rodgers on our team with the talent and the receivers we have. Oh, Brandon, you can have 1,000 yards. You have 1,000 yards, Ronbo.
But when you go 13-3, 3 years in a row, fam, I don't know about it.
Yeah, but it's your team, though, Ronbo. He ain't had that. Aaron Rodgers don't have the type of team he had and the defense. If you put Aaron Rodgers on our team, Ronbo, with our team, we win the Super Bowl. We going all the way. We win. That's no question. We have a defense, and Aaron Rodgers will make sure that the offense is gonna be clear.
For 10 years, he ain't had no defense. Oh. Wow.
No, he only that 1 year when he had Charles Woodson and them. That year they won the Super Bowl.
Their defense,
1 year when they won the Super Bowl. If you look at
last year's defense was better than
man, their defense ain't like ours. Their defense ain't like.
Listen, our defense wasn't all that in the fourth quarter that year either. It's like I always say though. You need 11 on 11 in the Super Bowl in the playoffs. It ain't about just the QB. It never has been. The QB's got to do his job.
So you telling me if Aaron Rodgers behind the helm, you don't think
everybody says that you put him on the 49ers defense.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
He definitely will. That's no question. He definitely will.
They try to get him. Well, whatever. All I know is after 10 years, you had a sorry defense every year. 13-3 tells me you got a pretty good defense. So,
they division they in though. They division. He owned his division, and so you know what I'm saying. So he had an easy division. There he is. So of course they gonna, he owned that division. He the king of the North.
Well,
you know what I'm saying, where he was. Yeah, well. For a long time. That's like Brady with New England.
Well, that conversation ain't gonna come up this year because, like you say, not only does he know how to have a great defense, he ain't got no offense playoff either. So he's in deep trouble.
Right.
But like people always like to tell me, quarterback will make a difference. I don't care how bad the team is; he's gonna make everybody around him better. Okay, so I always laugh because I say, y'all be you gotta have talent. Look at Brady. Look at the talent around Brady.
We definitely need to win this game. We need to win this game. That's all, So hopefully we can pull it out, man. Cal's got a coach, man.
That's number one.
I'm not even. I'm just. I don't know what. Really what to say, man. Just hope Cal just. Call a good game. And no, I'm going W. Definitely going W. I don't get no prediction or no score though. Yeah. I just hope W, man. So. Kyle's got a coach, man. There's no excuses, man. He already getting away with too many excuses. Every time we lose, it's always, people, he had 6 years, so ain't no excuse this year, Kyle. You got what you want. You got everything you need. So you got to put it together. And that's just the bottom line. That's it. You have to put it together. You're the coach. You have to put it together.
Especially against the Rams. So, come on
I
now.
mean, against whoever we play, he got to put it together. Whoever in front of us, he has to put it together.
We'll put Frank down
I ain't giving him no more excuses.
For W. And Frank, I'm gonna let you get back to that sandwich. And I'll see you.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna get back to this shrimp sandwich, man. See, I love you, Ronbo. Shout out to the faithful, man. Love y'all, man. You know, let's hope we get this W, man. Have a blessed night, Ronbo.
You too, Frank. Night, fam.
Thanks, man. Okay.
And Bobo says 49ers 24, Rams 21. They always help us. You know they do. Nothing else, Rams have been a great stepping stone. Whenever things, I was worried the last time we played the Rams. I was worried in the playoff game, or that game that we were going to have to go to the playoffs. We had to go through the Rams. I was scared to death of that. So when I'm worried about the Rams, it's good, actually. Of course, I thought we were going to beat the brains out of them in the first game we played them this year, too, though. Okay, I guess I got nothing I can say to make that legit. Okay, Elijah.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Elijah, I've been sitting there tripping, man. I got so many people out. I don't know what to think's going to happen. And the Rams are, I just don't want to. What do you think is going to happen here?
Well, first of all, I want to say I love your show, Ronbo. I tune in, every week to your show. I just want to say I love your show. I love what you're doing.
Oh, thanks, Elijah. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, sir. I want to say, what is the definition of being faithful? We can call ourselves faithful, but we worry every week or every Sunday about what the 49ers are going to do. I've never went into a week once a Sunday thinking, oh man, we're going to lose this game. I always have faith that we're going to pull it out some type of way. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried at all about this team. It's a long season. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Yeah. So I feel like this team will click at the right time. We got a bye week coming up after this game. I feel like we're going to take care of business this Sunday. A bit fully handle it. I feel like we're going to win 31-10. That's my prediction.
All right, Elijah. And you got me fired up now.
Yeah, so,
I've been one of the people you're talking about. I get a little worried. I start feeling a little less confident than usual. You're right. Where's the faithful? I'm starting to sound like the young Montana.
Right.
That's the worst 49 fan I've ever seen in my life. So you know what? You're right. Stop acting like him and get ready for this win. Yes. I feel liberated. I feel better already.
That's right.
Yes.
And then I also wanted to say, do you feel like we should trade Jeffrey Wilson Jr.? You feel like that's a good idea to do that?
Business-wise, I suppose it could be something you consider, but I don't want to. No, I don't want to.
Right, me neither, because our running back get hurt. Like, every game we have a running back that goes down, it seems like.
And look at the work he's done.
We need to keep that depth.
Exactly. Yeah. And look what he's done in the absence of Elijah Mitchell. He's done a good job.
Exactly.
A couple of mistakes, but then they all make mistakes. But you know what? He's done a good job.
Right, exactly. I like Jeffrey Wilson. I think we need to keep him on the team and keep him, in the rotation, in the flow of things. You know what I mean? If we want to make a big run, but that's just my opinion. You know
that's
what I mean?
Physical runner, boy. I tell you, I like it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I wanted. And then also I had a question. Did you hear anything about? I was watching Grant Cohn. He said something about the Tom Brady trade. Is that real? Or?
Listen, Elijah, get used to it. Until Brady is in his mid-50s, there will be a trade for Brady each and every year. Anything, one thing we will never be is satisfied with the quarterback. If we got Brady in here, 5 minutes later, we lose a ball game or two.
Right.
We got to see if we can get Josh McDaniel out of Buffalo. It never ends.
Right. And, I don't have a problem with Jimmy Garoppolo at all. You know what I mean? But the deal is, I do understand. I want to say this. I do understand when people get on him about certain things because he's the quarterback. He's the leader of the offense. So, I understand, maybe not to the certain extent, but I do understand somewhat because he's the leader of the, of the offense. Basically of the team. You're the captain. That's why the quarterback gets paid more than everybody else because. True. Yes, it's a big responsibility. So
and he does make boneheaded mistakes on occasion. Oh, yeah, he definitely makes some head scratchers. So,
but he also makes some great plays, too, as well. I can't say that. So I don't have a problem with him.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I will say it's not all him, but I feel like, he need to do something like, off the field, do something like, take the offensive lineman out to dinner or something like Tom Brady. Take some cheese from Tom Brady. What, he back up with Tom Brady in New England? Take the offensive linemen out to dinner, send him some steak or something like that. You know what I mean? So,
or do what Tom Brady does. No, I would suggest he do this, though. Tom went over there and cussed out his offensive line last week, right? Jimmy ought to go take them all out to dinner and have a couple of guys hold Michael McGlinchey up there. All right, hold him up there. Hold him there. And then just start beating him up.
Boy, that'll get him in line. But yeah, that's
mob style, you know. But you know what?
Right.
I agree, though. Jimmy's he sound. You know what? He talked like a leader, though, in this last press conference, more so than I've ever heard him talk. So he might be rallying the troops and getting their head in the right place. We'll see Sunday.
I hope so. I just want to win. I don't care who the quarterback is or whoever. I want to win. I'm a 49ers fan. So whoever is going to give us the win, that's who I want. So that's all it is. I don't have no preference or whoever. I just want to win. That's all.
Amen. And that's all we all want. Us 49er faithfuls, unlike some people, young Montana. But otherwise, most of us stay behind our team thick and thin. Win or lose, it's red and gold forever. We don't start talking about rooting for other teams and appreciating other people's fans and stuff like that. That is insane.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm 49er for life, man. 49er for life.
All right, fam. Good for you.
All right, Ronbo.
You made me feel better already.
I love your show, man.
Thanks, Elias.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I did my job.
It's well appreciated, too. Hey, I'll see you Sunday. I've been thinking about you, too. All right.
All right. Thank you. All right. Have a good night.
Thanks, fam. I'm serious. I feel much different. You know, you got, no matter what, you never start thinking about getting your team getting beat. You don't do it. I'm done. I would raise my score. I'm thinking about going to 31. I got 31. I'm thinking 38 now. I'll change it. Hey, Levi.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Levi, I was down in the dumps. I was starting to get a little. You know what? Forget that. I don't go in this game to worry. I love this game, and I love the Niners, and I'm supporting them. Yes, we're going to win this game. Levi, let me influence anything you got to say. What's going to come up this weekend?
All right, Ronbo. This is what I got thinking. At first, I was losing faith. I was losing confidence. My faith was deteriorating.
I was right there with you. I know.
But you said something in the thing. I didn't really look at the interviews. You want to put down the lose. I don't want to look at nothing sports for the first couple of days.
I know. I
didn't look at none of my sports channels because I didn't want to hear them talk about it.
Yeah. Wasn't that nice?
But you said something on Wednesday. Well, Kyle Shanahan has had a rejuvenation in play calling ability. Remember he said, "Oh man, I ain't called plays like this."
Oh, he was all excited. Like, yeah. The play call, game calling
Kyle Shanahan
is fun now.
Might be pulling in his bag again. Maybe he'll have more unique play calls, and we'll be excited to see him play calling, and it'll make the offense surprising.
Anything.
And he said that even knowing that Deebo Samuel might not play, so.
And you know, like Frank said, it could be a decoy. Deebo could be trotting out on the field, but just as to draw defenders, because you got to respect Deebo. No matter what. I don't care if he's got a broke leg and arm, you got to respect him. He's dangerous. And now, look out. Enter Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Jeffrey Wilson, Ayuk on the sweep, McCaffrey on the end-around sweep. Jet sweeps could be in style again this weekend.
So, yeah, he might start pulling his bag again, and then, So I'm going to have faith in that. I'm still trying to believe in my boy Jimmy. He ain't really came through the last 2 weeks for me. I was like, I'm going to temper my expectations. And
his games have been better than you. You know he threw for 300 yards 2 weeks in a row? You know what we got to do is we got to stay on the field a little longer. We're throwing the ball more. I'm not sure.
I don't care about Ronbo. I don't care about yards. I care about touchdowns.
Yeah,
I don't care if you throw 500 yards. If you throw 500 yards and 2 touchdowns, I'm not impressed.
We did that. 302. we still got
It's about touchdowns. I don't care. I would rather Jimmy throw 5 touchdowns for 200 yards than him throw 500 yards for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but
if you do 5 touchdowns, then
Our offense ain't designed for throwing a lot of touchdowns. We're going to run a lot. We're
Well,
still going to
yeah,
run.
a lot of them is screen passes. That was counted touchdown too.
Them Debo's, the Debo shows. See, we might not see the Debo show.
The intermediate passes in open space, and then then they go and run a touchdown. You get credit for a touchdown during that.
Oh yeah.
Also, I wasn't super impressed with Patrick Mahomes in that game because he was so open. He had time to throw.
His receivers were wide open most of the time.
Yeah.
Nobody around him.
If receivers were wide open, he'd been doing the same thing. I don't know about the deep passes. I don't like deep ball Jimmy. I've lost faith in deep ball Jimmy because I haven't seen him complete any of them.
How many people you seen him throw to that caught it? When they did get a chance, they missed it. I'm still trying to get over Ray. Ray, that was one of the best, cleanest, open in stride. All you got to do is catch and keep going. I've seen this year out of any team, and he missed it.
But I don't know. They don't get open down the field.
They don't. They really don't.
Yeah. So if you get open down the field, it makes it a lot easier. Then you just got to throw it in that direction, and hopefully throw it and place it in a way where they can actually catch the ball and take off. And Jimmy's best plays are short to intermediate. Those are the things that he's like a master at. When he throws those, I'm confident 90%, 80-90% of the time. When it's a deep ball throw, I start losing confidence.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. And that's what they work on most of the time. This is a yak club. It's not down deep past yards because we don't have those kinds of receivers, number one. Ray Ray's supposed to be. But I ain't seen Ray Ray beat nobody downfield yet, although the safeties back up. So they should actually go underneath whenever they do that, if anything.
And Danny Gray didn't do it either. That one play he got up there, he didn't beat his person. I don't know if Jimmy threw it too short for him, but he didn't. I didn't see him running full speed.
It hit him and the defender in the hands.
Yeah, he's supposed to. I'm expecting him to zip, boom, and all Jimmy got to do is just throw it hard. Remember that deep pass Patrick Mahomes threw it, and that dude just ran for it.
Mm-hmm. Then you got Charlie, and then you got Charlie Warner. Nobody around you, Charlie. George made one play downfield, last game, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, George that was, George was all by himself. Though. So, Charlie was all by himself. Usually the tight ends are going to be all by themselves. You got to grab that, man. Oh.
Also, I'm a little worried about Jimmy. I haven't seen him look the same no more. Usually you see him on the sidelines, he's smiling and everything, no matter what the game is. Now he look a little bit too much serious. I know people didn't like him smiling all the time. They got annoyed by it, but
and now
it made me calm. Like, okay, Jimmy's not worried. Why should I be worried?
But you can't complain now that he quit smiling because people was getting on him for smiling and didn't even know what he was smiling about. Maybe something was said. What is he smiling about? Oh, man, what is he talking about?
I don't know, man. People don't like people smiling or something.
People don't like
you see
Jimmy.
Smiling, like, what's wrong with him?
People don't like Jimmy, period, Levi. Levi, give me your score, though. We got 20 seconds.
All right, well, I'm going to go with 28-27. It's going to be a nail biter.
Mm-hmm. Sound like me, 31-30.
It's going to be a 1-point game.
I'm raising mine, though.
I listen to Nick Wright, and he's always wrong about saying he picked a 1.5, so I'm thinking we're going to win by 1 point. That's so he'd be barely wrong again.
I tell you what, Levi, we'll compare notes. I'll see you Sunday, fam. Appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yo, JJ. JJ. Come on in here, JJ. I know you're rolling down the road. I heard that horn.
I'm in mad traffic. I've literally been in the same spot for like 35 minutes straight.
Oh, that sucks. That drives me nuts. And I'm not driving it commercially. I'm talking about sitting in my car and I'm looking around blaming everybody out there amongst the thousands of people. It's your fault. It's your fault. And why are you going till dragging ass? Get out of the way. You start. let me get started.
I'm in the middle. I'm on the freeway.
Yeah.
You hear that? That's my brake. I just pulled my brake.
God, that's painful. But JJ, at least you know at some point it has to let up. There you go. That's all you can do. Think about they can't keep me here forever.
Anyway.
But JJ, you haven't had fun though until you got caught, and like I was in San Jose, in a squad car, the speaker hit me. License plate, blah, 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 blah. You're not allowed to ride on the shoulder. Oh. JJ, go ahead, man, because I'm getting you can't put that rig on his shoulder. JJ, what's going to happen this Sunday?
Man, I mean, I know Debo's a huge factor, but really, the main reason we win is that defense. And I hate to say it, but I don't give a shit. Number 10 is still on the field.
Yeah.
I have nothing but Ram family, and they were pissed the second they found out Jimmy was staying. They were even more furious the second they saw Trey go down. Right, so
that's terrible.
I mean, seriously, I mean, people still crying and complaining today. I'm sorry, but Ellis, man, you always calling crying about something. The Eagles ain't even our team, and you bitching about what the player they got. Who cares? We made a huge splash with McCaffrey. That is the biggest splash that Shanahan has done. You guys have been wanting something for so long, and it finally happened.
You know,
be happy. Shoot.
Yeah, we had somebody. Well, Fly Guy wanted us to use those picks for something else too. You know, a lot of times we never make any deals. You're right. We never make any deals at the mid-season line, so we need to be happy about this.
We technically do. It's just they're not extravagant names that people go nuts for.
You're right.
D Ford was a huge pick. D Ford was a huge pick, and he was a difference maker. He really was. Got Emmanuel Sanders.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him, though.
Nobody said nothing about Emmanuel. Nobody said nothing about him. And the thing about last year with OBJ is the same thing. It's like you guys watch the pressers, but you completely forget about him. Didn't Shanahan literally say that we tried to get OBJ, it just didn't work out because the amount of money? It's the same thing they did with – that's the same reason why we couldn't keep Emmanuel Sanders. It's just like things wouldn't work out the way that they would work out.
They weren't going to fit the budget.
So they had to let him go. So
and I thought he wanted to go to the Rams as well, right? I could have sworn. I remember
who, OBJ?
Yeah. I thought he wanted
Hell
to
no,
go to
Ronbo. He's been wanting to come to us since like 2017.
I remember that.
Remember him on the field with Marquise Goodwin?
Oh, yeah, get me out of here?
Yes, all that stuff. Everybody wants to be a Niner, Ronbo, and it's not being biased, but I don't get it. I don't know why. I mean, Josh Allen grew up a 49er fan, yet he wasn't even alive to see the glory days. You know what I'm saying? So
it's just a great franchise. People want to play for Kyle Shanahan. Even though we got people complaining about him, people like Kyle Shanahan's offensive system, though. I mean, look how many teams are using it.
There's one thing I can't disagree with some of the callers tonight as far as him getting the title of offensive guru. I mean, he hasn't made it work with anybody else other than Jimmy lately. I mean, you go all the way back to Matt Ryan, and that was like, 7 years ago now. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We still don't know what Trey's going to be.
Yeah.
He could be the next Jameis Winston, if really.
Ooh, no. You know
I don't bite my tongue off.
But you know what worries me about that deal? Why did Shanahan not let him throw, but just kept him running? That worries me. Because you can't just run the ball from the quarterback position in Kyle's offense. Somebody's got to throw it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. See, I don't really blame Shanahan too much on that point because really the ball's in your hands, Trey. You can run to the side. He still didn't learn how to slide. He dove forward like 3 times in that game. But, I think Shanahan sometimes – I got to agree with some people when they say that sometimes he might be too smart for his own good. I mean, sometimes you want to be a little bit too scheming up these things, but sometimes it just doesn't work in your favor.
Yeah. Well, he proved that, didn't he?
I think so.
That's why he defends himself in those press conferences saying, no, well, that's because this, that, and that. I'd do the same thing again. And you sit there, Kyle's going to hold on to that. Okay. It's better he do that than embarrass himself, though. He admits every now and then.
Hey, yo, Jersey. Keep my fucking name out of your mouth, pussy.
Okay, guys.
What's up, saying stupid shit then,
wait, guys. Wait, guys. Whoa. Guys, okay.
Say shit about nothing when you get on this platform. So
Ellis,
shut your mouth, pussy.
Ellis, JJ.
Hey, eat a dick, faggot.
All right, JJ, we're going to have to go.
Your mom can eat mine.
Guys, we're going to have to go. Guys, I'm going to let you guys both go. We're going to talk to you Sunday. Oh, my God. See, this is what happens when we lose games. We start getting after each other. Okay. Anyway.
Like I said, I've been saying from the beginning, Ronbo, it's stupidity is stupid. You got this fool here saying stupid shit. Of course I'm gonna say something.
All right, JJ. Let me let you back in traffic. We'll see you Sunday, okay?
My bad, Ronbo.
No, it's okay. We'll be okay. We'll calm down. We need to win, and we'll be all loving. It'll be all group hug again. All right, fam.
We got it.
All right. Bye, JJ. Okay.
Later, bud.
Kirk Shields says, our problem is the offensive line. I thought Jimmy played all right. Jimmy was under pressure the whole game, and the DBs looked trouble also. See, that's what I don't understand what is expected. I mean, we watched Brady go through it. We watched Rodgers go through it. If a quarterback's under siege on every snap, he's not going to be able to perform at his best. That's just the bottom line. That's why you got to win in the trenches to win football games. Rodney Williams says Niners 24, the third team, McCaffrey and Wilson, 175 plus yards rushing. Oh, that's you know what? If they could rush like that, that would be a winning. That's enough yards. But against the Rams, they're going to stack the box. And the reason we beat them last time, Rodney, is because we did throw the ball early on, and that's how Jeffrey Wilson finally got loose so he could cook. So one actually helps the other. But if they can get 175 yards, that means we're definitely cooking with oil. Thanks, Rodney, for that contribution. Well, it's a big show. Come on in here and bring some smiles to this hostile environment.
That's not my
bring
job.
More heat.
I'm Mr. Grim Reaper, remember? So I bring frowns. I don't bring smiles because I'm not as optimistic and overly joyed as some
about what's about to happen next.
Were tonight about beating the Rams because I don't feel the same exact way as they do, unfortunately, because we're missing way too many pieces. On the defensive side and offense, especially Eric Armstead, we're sorely missing him. We've seen teams take advantage of us of running up the gut, and we're missing Debo now and Kyle Juszczyk, an extra offensive lineman, and I think we're going to struggle in the run game this game. I think the Rams have learned how to stop Christian McCaffrey and not be embarrassed by the way he performed against them. The last time he played them on the Panthers.
He was the only guy, though, that the Panthers had. It makes life a little easier
exactly.
if he's the only guy you have to be concerned with. Of course, you can key on him then. He can't do it now.
But I don't have as much confidence as some people do on here because I've lost faith in Kyle Shanahan and Ronbo. I am sorry to say that. You already know my sentiments about him.
Yeah.
If we don't score over 13 points in the first half, we're not winning this game. We're not. That's
the Rams only scored 3 points in the first half against the Carolina Panthers. They're not really tearing it up offensively either, so we might be able to get away with that.
No. But they're at home, and they're coming off of a bye week, and I don't think the last few years that we've played them, they've ever had a bye week.
They were at home last week against the Panthers. They're just not that good right now. And Allen Robinson is still the most overpaid wide receiver in the NFL.
But he's starting to catch on, though.
Did you notice that? He finally used his size.
But I unfortunately have us losing this game 24-21 Rams because we're missing a lot of pieces, and each quarterback is almost guaranteed to throw an interception, and one of those interceptions is going to change the mood of the game like it did last week against the Chiefs.
It's timing.
Mm-hmm. It's all about timing. And the theme, like I said, the last 2 weeks of Kyle Shanahan not being able to score 13 points in the first half has been nauseating to watch, and I don't see it being any different this week. I really don't. We're too battered this week with Debo out now, and I told you this was going to happen. Who are we going to rely on when Debo's out?
Well, McCaffrey.
We don't have anybody.
That's a nice substitute.
Well, I mean, besides McCaffrey, but they have Aaron Darnold right there. And a really decent defensive line.
Yeah, I'm not running
McCaffrey's
McCaffrey's going to be running out screens and out. He's not going to be trying to run through that line. But you know what, Aaron? You mentioned Aaron Donald. That guy, he can't handle the run for 5. Aaron Donald's the worst run stuffer there is. No problem with him. I'm worried about some of those other guys they got.
Yeah, but I don't see that getting us over the hump. To be frank with you, it just seems like, I don't know if it's me, but it just seems like this team is not playing with any heart this year, like they were in 2019 and 2020.
Yeah, and that will show on the defense.
I'm sorry.
You got to tackle people.
Exactly.
You can't get pushed
Exactly.
off. Yeah.
It's not like they've all gotten their fat contracts, and now we've just like gone downhill. And not only that, a lot of the players have been calling out Kyle Shanahan the past 2 weeks in press conferences. They're getting tired of his play calling. George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, even Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh yeah, Jimmy started.
They're not playing
before the season started. I was shocked.
Jimmy exactly started, and it was even showed on primetime television that they were lip reading him, and pretty much Jimmy was saying your play calling sucks. You know, they're not playing with the amount of heart they had in 2019 and 2020 or 2021. And Jimmy Garoppolo is on his way out this year, so that has a lot to do with how we're playing too. His mind isn't all here.
Well,
he's thinking of where he's going to play elsewhere next year.
Because it doesn't raise his stock to lose. In fact, I think we should probably get a better Jimmy Garoppolo than ever. Because if I'm getting ready to get another job, I got to put something on my resume.
Teams understand the surrounding factors of Jimmy Garoppolo's team losing. It's not solely because of him. It's because there were a lot of missing pieces. There's a lot of players who aren't playing up to expectations.
Well,
Danny Gray, who can't catch, by the way.
I thought he was going to bring us something.
I thought so too, but apparently not. Like Joe Williams. He's another Joe Williams, except for as a receiver. Unfortunately. So that's why I want us to trade Jeff Wilson.
Not us.
I know this sounds crazy, but that's why I want us to trade Jeff Wilson to the Denver Broncos for Jerry Jeudy, who's available. Do a player swap and a high round pick in 2023
I was going to say you got to
year.
give it more than Wilson for Jeudy.
Yeah. So I think that would turn things around, but they don't seem to put any faith and value in receivers and outside perimeter weapons, which we desperately need, and it's showing. We don't have anybody to rely on after Deebo. Yeah. We really don't. We don't have any outside perimeter weapons, and that's what's killing us. All of our wide receivers are running backs, Ronbo. They really are. They're up
pretty
the middle.
good. So let me get your score, or W or L, whatever you want to do. 24. I'm sorry.
Rams,
I got it. They
Rams
rolled it down.
win.
I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Show, I'm gonna tell you what. Let me see a Sunday, and hopefully I can cheer you up and say, "Show, okay."
It's not going to cheer me up because it's the same script every year. We always beat the Rams, and everyone says, "Oh, it's going to be turned around this year," and then we always end up losing.
We did it last
year. Around 100% at the end of the year.
So we got to go. I'll see you Sunday.
All right. Shout out to everyone.
Night, fam. Oh God! And Champagne believes that Danny Gray is because of the wide receiver coach. You know. Anyway, Bryant, come on in, Bryant. You know.
Hey, Mr. Rombo.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to bring me in right now? Because I know a lot of people.
Are you in a bad mood too?
Big shit confused. Well, I started watching the show. I woke up this morning. It was Friday.
Yeah.
I like calling into other shows and stuff. Yeah. I've been calling in. I've had a great Friday. Yeah. But again, I got to get back to that. Are you sure you want my voice to follow up big shows? Because people get us so confused.
I know you get. No, you and Show never resemble each other. Big Show has really had it with the 49ers. You're not like that.
All the time in the chat, I'll read it, the comments afterwards. People will be like, "Is that Big Show?" And then some people will be like, "No, that's Brian." And I'm like,
"Oh yeah, because you guys, your name starts with a B." Brian, are you depressed as well and frustrated?
Well, anytime we lose, it's not a good feeling.
Well, no.
Is going left or right, and we're wanting to go straight down the road, down the field. It's not a good feeling. But this has been kind of the narrative of the team since Singletary's kind of taken over. When he took the team. No, honestly,
it's a long time.
It really is. It has, because we had Nolan, and the team was rebuilding. And what happened? We give up on the rebuild. So then we go to Singletary. And we give up on the, he didn't have to rebuild. He just had to put the players in winning position. And for whatever reason, he pulled his pants down and got fired. And then we got Harbaugh.
They'll do it every time.
Right? It will. We want winners. Well, we don't want to see that in the locker room. You know, so no, I mean Harbaugh comes in. Well, we had Jimmy T for that one game, right?
Yeah.
And then Harbaugh comes in, and we already had a stacked team. So like for a lot of people right now saying, "Oh, let's go get Harbaugh." Yeah, let's reunite with our ex. Let's go for that. Because that's going to work out really great. We're going to go get an ex coach. We're going to put him into a team that's stacked right now, and we may or may not push the envelope and get to that Super Bowl. Shanahan's been here for 6-7 years now, and he's built this team. And yes, we've had injuries and we've had things, and a lot of people do scrutinize him because of his last name. But it doesn't matter if his name was Shanahan or if it's Smith or if it's Culp or Stewart. It doesn't matter what it is. It's him, and he's been riding this regime for a long time. So whatever he's done to buddy up with Jed, because I think really that's what it was. Jed came in. He didn't get along with He didn't get Nolan. He didn't get along with Singletary. Harbaugh comes in and takes over the face of the franchise, and he got jealous because he's like, hey, I was doing all this before he got here. I got all these players here. No, you're just the owner, and you're not even the owner. You're the son. Okay, the owners. We have absentee owners. Until our owners take take charge of this team, we're not going to win the Lombardi. We're not. When you got owners that live in Ohio, in the middle of the country, when our games are on, they're getting ready to go to bed. I mean, come on. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I've been listening to the show today, and I got a little, down a little bit because there, you could be negative, or you could be a homer, or you can just try to be positive, And maybe I'm a homer, maybe you're a homer a little bit,
definitely.
but I heard somebody else too. We go into the game, and we try to put it in some kind of way that we're going to win this game. Why are we going to win this game? Because we're Niner fans. We don't want to sit there and root for the team to lose. We don't want to sit and watch a game.
Brian.
Like, are you seriously telling me you want to watch the team and you want to believe 100%? Oh, we're going to lose this game, but I'm going to sit here and watch it anyways.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You got to have some kind of
Wait, Brian, have you ever left the game knowing that it was over? I mean, I watch them all too, but I mean, I watch the games all the way to the last minute. I bleed all the way out when I bleed on the 49 games.
Ronbo,
it's just what we do.
Ronbo, if I haven't been able to catch a game, because I've only been to a handful of live games, but if I haven't been able to catch the game on TV, and I have to work for some reason, because I hate working on Sundays, I have the radio on in the background. Yeah. I'm checking my phone every so many minutes. Yeah. I'm because I'm like, hey, this is what I've been doing since I was a little kid. I've been, this is my Saturday morning cartoon, Sunday morning cartoon. And for me, like, no, I'm not going to get on somebody because they want to say, oh, the team's going to do this or that. That's your opinion. But don't try to bring it down on me and tell me I don't know anything about my team, because I'm trying to be positive and say, hey, we have a chance. Damn it, even if Robbie Gould goes out there and kicks a 60 or 70-yard field goal and we beat the Rams, 3-0, we still won as a team, because the guys got to go out there and block. The guys got to go out there and make the plays.
That's right.
So,
well, Brian, but we're going to run out of time.
Thanks for having me on.
You can't leave without a score, though, or WL or something.
Real quick, everybody respect each other's opinions. If you haven't called in before, call into the show. It makes it better. Rombo has so many callers, but if you never called in before, call in, because it's great to hear other people's aspects. I know you guys have heard me before, but remember, we got a lot of great fans that call in, and if you're gonna criticize somebody else, be ready. It can happen. I've said things and people's called in right after me and been like, man, that guy's whatever. He doesn't know anything. And it's hurtful a little bit, but at the end of the day, that's my opinion. And it's your opinion to say that. But my score, it was the trucker Tony. He said 31-10, I thought. And I was just thinking that in my head. But you know what? I'm going to say 31-17. Niners are going to win. Rams are going to keep it close for a little while, and then we're going to do the unthinkable, and we're going to pull away in the third and fourth quarter. And, that's just how it is. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm still rooting for us, and we still got a good chance to make a run. We just got to start gelling. Rombo, Thanks for having me on. Thanks for having everybody on. Stay faithful. And, Tony's in the background yelling, beat LA. So everybody stay safe.
All right,
faithful.
Tony.
Good night.
All right, fam. Have a great night. There goes Brian. And you know, it's so funny because we have a thing going. We're lukewarm, then we heat up, then we get ice cold with the show, and then we heat back up again. Let's see how high. Bill's 42-3 Rams. Is Bill on the phone? Bill?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, Bill. You've heard what's going on tonight. We have a mixed emotions room tonight, and I don't know where you are.
I want to make this clear. Right offhand.
Yeah.
I don't want the Niners losing 42-3. All right, let's put this out there. I don't want that. That's a sour taste. I almost threw up in my mouth when I said that. the feeling, I had goosebumps. I couldn't sleep that night. The thought of that possibly
you talk these
being
things into
an
existence.
event.
It is possible. Yes.
Yeah, and I want to be wrong. I said it straight out before. I said I want to be wrong, and I will be happy to be wrong. That's something I want to be wrong and happy to be wrong about. Like I want the Cowboys to be eliminated by the Niners in the playoffs, to see them cry again, to see those tears, to hear all the Cowboys fans close their doors, close shop, hide. Before the game, they're partying, they're down the street, they're jumping down like the Mardi Gras, and all of a sudden you see all of them out, and they disappear like cockroaches when you turn the light on. That's what I want to see. Okay, that's what I desperately want to see and delightfully enjoy. Okay, that's my satisfaction, okay? All right, let's make this clear, Ronbo. I want to say I don't want to change it because I don't want to jinx the game. I want them to win. I'm going to tell you I want the W. I'm going to tell you this is what I want, all right? But at the same thing, at the end of the day, you can want something but get something else at the end of the day. So, if they come out playing like the Niners when we beat Seattle, of course we're going to win that game, of course. But if they come out like they did against the Chiefs, we're going to get beat down. Now, that's what I want to make clear. It depends on what team we see on Sunday on how it goes. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and at the same thing, Cowboys, you haven't played anybody. Shut up. I don't want to hear anymore.
And when they did,
giving me a headache.
it was a bloodbath.
Yeah.
The Eagles just stomped them through the dirt.
Yeah, they exposed them for what they truly are, fraud.
Yeah.
The Eagles mutilated them. So, if you got mutilated by the Eagles, what do you think you're going to do when you meet us? A full healthy Niners team. You ain't going anywhere. Go ahead. Party all you want. Think you're going to beat us. Take a look at the roster. I kind of like the deception when we do go in and if we do have a good run and they do decide to wake up. If we do see a Niners team that's woken from a sleep, okay, and decide to play ball and win the game and beat the tar out of those Rams and get a bye week, get healthy, and come back and do the same. I think aim at the Cardinals next.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule, but it should be about time for them
Cardinals
soon.
After.
Yeah, we haven't played them in a while.
Yeah. So, as soon as we could, for all you Seahawks fans, guys, you may be leading the division, but don't get excited. Don't get excited. You have to calm down.
But I got to admit, I'm impressed though. 4-3. How the Hawks do that? They snuck up on everybody. I didn't even know they had a 4-3 record.
They got lucky on some of their games. Let's put it this way: it ain't gonna happen. Luck's gonna run out. They're gonna fall. It's just Pete Carroll's chewing some kind of gum, some special gum. Hey, Kyle, go get some of that
Drug-laden gum.
Go call Pete and say, hey, what kind of gum are you chewing, Pete? I want to chew some on the game.
Send us a couple cases over.
Right. I want to see a W, so I'm not going to ask my score. I'm going to ask your score. What is your score at the end of the game?
I had 30. You know what? I had 31-30. I'm going to go 38-30 now because I after Elijah called, I realized I'm starting to sound like the young Montana, just condemning our team at every level. I'm not doing that. It's 38-31 Niners.
All right. I'm not condemning them. I'm just wanting to see what team we get. If we get let me tell you this way. If we get the team that beat the Seattle Seahawks, I'm gonna call 42-3 49ers winning. If we get the team that played Kansas City, then it's going to be the other way around. So it's what team we get will be what score.
I know. I just hope they feel like playing. I mean, I thought they felt like playing last week. We're going to find out, Bill.
I do too. I mean, hopefully they do. I want a Niners shout out, and we need to do Mom Don't Let Your Kids Grow Up to be Cowboys, no matter how the game goes.
we got them coming up soon.
Give me a
Big Bill. Bill, I'll see you Sunday. And we could be in a much better mood.
I'm celebrating Sunday. I hope I'm celebrating Sunday.
I do too.
All right, you have a
And
nice
Monday.
day.
All right, fam.
Right.
Night, Bill. See, I think we're in this place because we lost 2 in a row. If we would have beat the Kansas City last week, I doubt if we'd still be acting like this. You know? Hey, can't lose faith. That's what we're supposed to. Our job is to be the faithful. That's why they call us that. Santana.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
Santana, I'm doing all right. You know, these conversations, because while I was by myself with my own thoughts, I'd be tripping, man, about the 49ers. But you know, after these conversations I'm having tonight, and seeing like the young Montana, the guy's the anti-49er fan, and then guys like Elijah called in, and then the Big Show called in and almost brought me back down to earth. But no, Show, you ain't doing me tonight, Show, man. We're winning this game. Santana, what's going to happen this Sunday?
God. You know, my heart wants to say we're going to whoop them Rams, Rondo, but, you know.
Well, you got a right to be a little afraid. I'm still a little afraid, but I still feel like the Rams need to be afraid too.
Rondo. I ain't afraid of no. We ain't no afraid of no damn Rams. Bro.
I mean, you know, that's what I'm trying to say.
We're just plagued with injuries, Rombo.
That's the
we're
problem.
Just plagued with injuries right now, and our team is not playing well. And even then, you know, like I said, we could still beat the Rams, you know, but. Even with our practice squad, but you know, like I said,
go at Jalen Ramsey.
You know, so but you know, being realistic here, Rombo, I think we just have too many injuries in key, you know, in the offense and defense.
We do have some key personnel missing.
Yeah, so it can make the game a lot closer than what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I feel like the Rams do have a healthier team than we do. You know, I think they got, you know, a little bit.
But remember, they lost a lot of their best guys from last season. That's their whole problem this year.
No. Yeah, but I think Van Jefferson's there. He's
back.
Though, but he's someone that can stretch the field for them.
I know.
Cooper Kupp's still there, healthy,
yeah,
and
there's the main problem right there.
And then the fullback Skoranek / whatever we want to be.
He's getting better and better, ain't he?
Yeah, I mean
Higbee could be dangerous. They got weapons.
And I like that running back Henderson, man. I never understood why they kept trying to force Akers into the backfield. Henderson is a better running back in my opinion. But yeah, Ron, I think their offense is slightly just healthier than ours. And then our defense is kind of you know, also too, it's kind of you know, hurt too. So I mean, you know, I think Greenlaw's out, right? And then you know, Mosley's out.
Yeah.
And then
Armstead.
You know, and Armstead, Kinlaw. You see what I'm trying to say here? You know, like so.
I mean, I didn't really want to go over that, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm trying to block that out. It depresses me.
Yeah, I want to too, Rumble, but I'm just being realistic with myself. And you know, if we get a dub with all these injuries, man, I'm gonna be more than happy. You know, but
Santana, we can talk trash. The Rams will be like out of here because if we beat them in a makeshift team, they can't say jack doo-doo for God knows how long.
Look, Ronbo, I love my team, man. I want them to win, and you know, but you know, sometimes I got to be realistic with myself and my heart, you know, and you know, I feel like, you know, the Rams. My score is going to be 23-21, Ronbo, and that goes for the Rams. And it's hard to say, but it's just I'm just trying to, you know, everything that's going on with our team. I think you know it's fair to say, but if we win, I'll be more than happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What am I saying?
But
oh my God.
You know, Ronbo, and Ronbo, we just gotta look at, you know, we just look at our team, man. Like our offense, right? It's gonna be Ayuk, right? Ayuk, and he's gonna go up against Ramsey, right? We've seen Ayuk cook Ramsey, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say if it comes down to Ayuk versus Ramsey, I'd be going at him all day. I think CMC is going to play a large role in this game. I just do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so Jimmy G tends to avoid, Ramsey when we play. So that's why I feel like it's going to be a close game. CMC's going.
No, he's toasted Ramsey a couple of times. That's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
Ramsey's out on the field chewing out Taylor Rapp, and it was his fault. I think Ayuk can run pattern better than anybody else has run against him. Emmanuel Mosley killed Ramsey. Jimmy needs to fire it. Don't be afraid. Throw that ball. When Ayuk makes his break, throw it.
Yeah.
Ramsey can't keep up with him.
Yeah.
I hope they realize that.
I
They
know.
do.
We saw last game he was cooking Ramsey. He cooked him in the red zone. But Jimmy G didn't throw it in the end zone. But we'll see, Ronbo. If Jimmy G has a good game, we have a very good chance of winning this, right? But that's a big if. But if he does,
George Kittle needs to also have a good game. Well, I guess that's all tied together. Kittle needs to have a good game.
But then,
and
Ronbo, then you got to
CMC has to be factored in.
The right tackle.
Don't mention Mike McGlinchey. Santana, okay, you guys talked. I was in a good mood until you said Mike McGlinchey. Santana, we'll see you Sunday, and we'll be all right.
I just hope we win, Ronbo. But like I said, 23-21. But if we win, I'll be more than happy, Ronbo.
I know you will. I know you just try to.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
All right,
See you
have
Sunday.
a good night, man.
You too. Mike McGlinchey took some cojones pills already. He's been taking them ever since last Sunday. He will have balls like a truck ball bearings. Austin, we haven't talked to you, Texas, for a while. Austin, I wish you would have called in 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was actually impressed with the fact that Cooper Rush was out there doing what Dak couldn't. I got to tell you, I got to tell you one thing. Listen, I think it's a little chicken poo-poo that here comes Dak coming in. Here comes the savior. Hey, Dak, I know one thing. If you would have came in to be savior the week before, I really wonder if you would have beat the Eagles any better. But Cooper, but go ahead. What are you thinking?
I'm just really happy Cooper Rush held it down while Dak was gone. We're 5-2 for a reason because he held it down. The only bad game he had was against the Eagles.
Yeah, and there's no shame in that. Eagles are playing great football right now.
Well, and Ronbo, if you look at it, the only reason why the Eagles won that game is because they got turnovers.
Yep.
Because you look at the drives in the third quarter, we were running the ball efficiently. Rush was putting passes on the money. The Eagles just got those turnovers. If we didn't turn the ball over, I think we win that ball game. And we're looking at 6-1.
Rush hadn't thrown
instead of 5-2.
Rush hadn't thrown. He hadn't thrown an INT the whole time yet, had he?
Nope.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
He hadn't, Ronbo, and he threw 3 that game.
Yeah, it got a little ugly there for a minute. But you know what? Cooper Rush is liable to get a job next year if he's put out on the market. He just needs a little more time to develop.
Yeah.
What year is he in?
Oh, yeah. He is in his 7th year in the NFL.
Oh, okay. How many teams has he been with?
3.
Well, okay.
The Giants, us, and the Bills.
Well, the Giants wasn't a good place to be. The Bills, he probably wasn't starting. So, yeah.
Oh, he was the 3rd stringer after Tyrod Taylor and Josh Allen.
See, the thing is, the biggest 3rd string. What string is Zappy in on? I think they picked him up in what round? And
I have no clue.
Yeah, Zappy is between Cooper Rush and Zappy. Those are the 2 quarterback stories of the year. So because Dak is not going to stay healthy. That's just he's got to the point now. He's one of those guys. So we'll probably see Rush again.
We're in the same boat, Ronbo. My quarterback and yours, we can't stay healthy.
Yeah. Although Jimmy's, you know what? Jimmy's actually made it halfway through the season with an offensive line that at times I close my eyes as I see guys coming there into the backfield the same time as the ball, especially around the right side. Everybody knows that Mike McGlinchey can be bum rushed, and they do. The center has some issues as well. The only time we're safe is if they come around the left side and they have to deal with Aaron Banks and Trent Williams. Otherwise, yeah, that's boy. If Jimmy wasn't getting rid of the ball in 2.5 and 2.4 seconds, oh my God, I'm talking we'd have no
Yeah,
offense.
Roma. This is a big game for you guys because the way your division is shaping out, it could get interesting. This is a big one. Y'all,
It really is.
I ain't going to say this is a must-win,
It is,
but
though.
it's pretty darn close.
It is. You can't
Seattle,
because
for
if they
some
win,
reason, is sneaking up on people.
they didn't. You know what? If they go 5-3, and you drop 2 games behind them, that's people can think that Hawks ain't going to win any more games. I'm thinking they're going to finally hit a snag. But right now, they're just flying high. If they get out there far enough, they can cruise into the playoffs with a 9-win season if you're going to continue to lose and win the division. If the Hawks win this division with a 9, oh, wow. Oh, my God, if they, okay, I'm not going to think about that.
You're going to have a heart attack.
Yes, I am. They'll have wires, tubes all over me, laying in the hospital screaming, "Let me out of here, please. I'm telling you, I'm fine." Sir, no, we're not monitoring the football game for you. What? And then that's it. I'm dead.
But, Ronbo, I have you guys winning Sunday, 22-20.
Put Austin's score down, 22-20. That means you're a
think
better fan than young Montana. I love it.
Jimmy G's going to make some plays, get them in field goal range, and Robbie Gold's going to walk it off.
Yes, ice water does pump through his blood, doesn't it? Through his veins. He is amazing.
But, Robo, I'll let you get back to it.
All right.
Go Cowboys.
Hey, good to hear from us. We haven't heard from you in a long time.
And hopefully we'll beat the Bears.
Yeah, probably. I can't imagine. Your defense is too good. All right. Talk to you later. All right, Austin. There he goes, riding off into the sunset, as most Cowboys do. Oh, there it is. Mamacita. You want some Latino heat? Latino heat. Latino heat. Latino heat. Emilio.
What's happening? ¿Qué pasa? And happy city, aloha.
Did she say aloha? She's been looking at Tony.
Yeah, he's that loud.
Emilio, you're the guy to bring in now because I've been brought up. Elijah got me out of a funk, and I know Big Show tried to put me back in. I'm still halfway in it. A lot of folks here came in and told the truth, but Emilio, I'm gonna stay in my fantasy. There's nothing you can say. Mi amigo, there's nothing you can say that's going to bring me down to the dirt and start crying again. I'm tired of feeling miserable. Go ahead.
I can if you want me to. I can go that way.
It's impossible, man. I'm feeling too good, man. It's like I smoked 2 bowls of the best Acapulco Gold that is available.
I've done it before. I can bring it down. But you know what? I'm going to let you up. You know what?
Thank you.
Since Debo's out, this is going to be an Ayuk game.
There you
Ayuk
go.
and CMC. And Ayuk is overdue over. She's been using him more and more. He's at that point where he needs to ball out. He needs to ball out. He needs to do his thing. Because if he doesn't, it's kind of he's already one of the players that's already saying, we have too much talent on the team.
And
We
Jimmy
lose
said
this
good
game,
things about him yesterday. So he may be finally depending on him.
So it's going to get to the point where if we lose this game, BA is not going to want to be here, and he's going to want out. He'll get his. He's at that point where I don't want that to happen. But it's like I said, he's getting to the point where he's getting frustrated. He's too talented not to be used.
But we go treat him like Debo though. His contract ain't up next year.
Doesn't matter. He's still going to want out. How are you talented and you're not used? It's like. Let's say it's you. You're talented and we're not using. You're gonna be pissed off. Like,
oh yeah,
you're wasting my talent.
Like the New York Jets wide receivers. Yeah.
You give me the ball, I can be dangerous.
Yeah.
It's getting to the point where Shanahan needs, no matter what, needs to find a way to use him. He's open too much. Every time he gets the ball, he's dangerous. You know, they're looking at Debo, and he's been open a lot. So you cannot use him. Let's get to those points where we need to use BA. Find a way to get him open. Doesn't matter what we do.
You don't, and
get him the ball.
you don't have to find a way for BA to get open. He'll get open. He is good at that.
Well, that's the thing. That's exactly my point. That's right there. It's like you don't need to find a way, but he's open a lot.
Put him number one in the game plan. Get the ball to him. You see how many touchdowns he had that game? That was him walking into the end zone twice. Now you know that was open.
Yeah. Yeah. So we need a.
You're not going to say anything bad about Shanahan? A lot of people have said bad things about Kyle. You said you bad enough things about him last time.
I already said my piece with it. I already said what I had to say about Shanahan. That's not going to change. Like I said, this is literally on Shanahan. Dude, stupid ass excuse. Oh, now it's fun to call plays. Dude, get the hell out of here. I'm like, dude. He needs to find a way. Like I told you the other day, that if he doesn't get to see, he's gonna lose that locker room. He's getting there already. So I don't need to say. I already said my piece for Shanahan. It's up to him. If he doesn't do it, like I said, guaranteed the locker room is not going to lay down on him. Like I said, defense is getting tired. We're out there too much. It's on him and his offense. Yeah. He needs to scheme something up. He needs to figure it out. This is the best chance and best game to do it. So he needs to figure one way or another how to get his points on this team. He needs to scheme something up.
And he has to feel the pressure by now, because when your players start coming back at you like that in the media, so everybody can find out how you feel, that just gets nasty.
If you think about it, even with Debo, there's still too much talent out on that field. There's no way there isn't, especially on offense. Like I said, missing Debo, missing James. I mean, you think about it. We still got BA, got CMC, and who else is out there? Who else is out there? You got Danny Gray. So there's a lot of talent out there that we have on this offense. But Shanahan there's no way we can't.
Danny Gray can be a decoy. Forget a
decoy. Do the end arounds, the jet switch. We have a lot of stuff we can use. There's no decoys. We don't need decoys. We need the ball in the end zone. We need yards. You know,
no, I mean, Danny Gray,
if
he can stretch the field out, that'd be his job, because Danny is
Ronbo, there's too much talent, like I said again.
Struggling.
Too much talent.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm letting everybody underneath.
Shanahan needs to do what he needs to do and make sure we get the ball in the end zone. This BS thing, trying to kill the clock thing, is not going to happen. We want run up the score. He needs to score 30 points this game. There's no way around it.
I want more than that.
From here on in, we need to find a way for him and his offense to get 30 points. If he doesn't do that, a lot of people are going to get pissed off. Like I said, we can see it in some of the players already. Repeat. Kiddo's expressed it. BA's expressed it. It's just a matter of time before somebody else starts expressing that on offense. Too much talent on that offense. And it's not. My next thing is fire Shanahan, find somebody else. Too much talent on this team. Too much.
Well, Emilio, you have a WL involved. You got a loss. Well, a score.
Oh, to me, we'll win. But he has to make sure we score 30 points.
30?
He has to score 30 points for not going to win this game.
How much points are we going to give up now? How many points are Rams going to score?
I don't care. We need 30 points on our board. We need to put up 30 plus. We need at least 30. It doesn't matter what they score.
So I'm
going to put the defense looks like they have some problems.
Plus 30. Right.
So we need 30 plus points.
All right.
If we want to win this game.
Although I got to tell you, the Rams didn't burn up nothing against the Panthers. I don't think they're going to score 30 points.
I don't care about the Rams. I'm saying what we need to do, what we have to do.
It started looking like a very prolific team. I agree, though.
An explosive offense. Yep.
All right. Well, I'll be looking for you Sunday, Emilio, and we get victory finally after 3 weeks. 2 weeks. 3 in a row. I can't imagine losing 3 in a row. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, Emilio.
I'm in Hawaii, so I'm going to watch this game in Hawaii.
You're in Hawaii?
Yes, sir.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
That's why your little girl's saying aloha.
Yeah, that's why she said it.
I didn't realize she didn't say that in the first place. Oh, my God. Just the little girl said aloha. I should have known. Y'all have a good time. I will see you Sunday. All right, fam.
All right. Good night, Ronbo.
Good night. I didn't know Billy was out there with Tony. That's too funny. All right, hey, Gay Hendricks tagged you in a post on Instagram hours ago. Cooper Cup said things are getting heated up behind the scenes with coaches and players with turf and wanting real grass complaints to get up. You know, that really seriously, players are losing, careers are being destroyed behind them, surfaces changing on every week. I just don't make any sense, and there's just no excuse for it. Those owners got a lot of money. They don't want to pay anybody, so do something with the field then. T-Flow and Ali.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
T-Flow, I'm telling you, man. Go ahead, run it down, T-Flow. You and Ali, what's going to happen this weekend?
Ali got the dub. She doesn't have a score, but she has a dub.
All right,
But
give
you
Ali.
know what? There's
She
other
gets a
people
dub.
are saying, Big Show. There's a lot of stuff that I like about Big Show, but today I kind of disagree because Debo last time they played, he only had like 35 yards receiving. All right, so I'm not too worried about that.
Hey,
Kyle
is that
Juszczyk
right?
only had.
We scored a lot of
hold
points
on.
against the
I got it right
Rams,
here.
though.
Oh no, yeah, we did, but
How did we do
Debo
that?
wasn't a big factor.
I got to go look at
Debo
that game.
wasn't a
again.
big factor.
Who kicked her? Who beat him up?
Jeffrey Wilson Jr. got a
He blasted.
74 yard touchdown.
Hey, wasn't that Ayuk walking in the end zone all uncontested?
Debo. Actually, you know what? Debo did tear it up in receiving. It was Kyle Juszczyk really didn't do nothing. But you know what? We got Ross the Boss Dwelly gonna play fullback. We all know that Ross got hands, and whenever he has the opportunity for the passing game, he's gonna tear it up.
Anybody.
Second of all, we're playing the sorry ass Rams.
Yeah, no, anybody but
Seriously, like
anybody
dude,
but
people
Charlie
say,
Warner.
Oh yeah, but no. What you call it? Ross is gonna play fullback. He's gonna cover.
That's
the
right.
juice.
He's gonna take for.
So
that's right.
basically, we're gonna have him coming out of the fullback. So basically, he's gonna have juices, and we all know, man, if you give Ross the opportunity to go receiving, he gonna ball out because he always does. He always steps it up. And second of all, I don't want Big Show said that kind of got me a little bit mind-boggling when he says the Rams are at home. The Rams are not at home.
Good
the
call.
49ers should
Show,
take
that's
over.
right.
Dude, like seriously, dude, what's going on, Big Show? Come on, dude. Like we all know, dude. The Rams pump noise, fake loud noise in their stadium because they ain't even got no fans.
Hey,
they got
T-Flow,
maybe
they
30?
have to do silent count in their own damned house.
In their own house. Matthew Stafford's wife was still crying about it right there. Yeah, she's probably still crying right now. Matt Stafford's wife.
Announcing,
And
please
second of
do
all,
not
dude,
sell your tickets to 49er fans.
Yeah. Then we got I'm not too worried about Kyle right now because we all know what you may call it
McVay.
What's his name? McVay's what you call his daddy.
He does get freaked out.
You got
But he's got to deal with Kyle.
Shanahan's the daddy of McVay. We all know that. Then people are saying about Jimmy Garoppolo. Hey, everybody knows how I feel about Jimmy. But Jimmy owns the sorry Rams. He's 6-1.
Lost to him one
Come
time.
on, people. There's nothing to be scared about. This is the Lambs. Even with under Jim Tom Sula and everybody else, we still beat the Rams.
The only two wins
the
we
Rams
had with
suck.
Chuck. Remember that year? We only had two wins.
It was
with Chippy
and
Kelly.
And that was when it was a mass exodus. Like that's when everybody left. P. Willis retired.
And they had Gurley. They had all kind of people out there. Yeah, still
They
beat them up.
had what you call it. They had a young Aaron Donald. Speed, power.
And he was out there
and still
throwing
couldn't
his
do
helmet
nothing.
on the ground and getting all mad.
Exactly. And not only that, dude, we're playing the Rams, people. There's nothing to fear the Rams. The Rams they're just as hurt as us. But then
Maybe
again,
worse
but
because, they ain't got nobody coming back.
Didn't Christian McCaffrey go for 158 when just him by himself? Did he have a tight end?
I knew we had that many. I knew we
Did
had
have a
at
tight
least
end like
100.
Kittle?
Man.
No, I think it was 158. It was 158 total yards. Right? Did he have a tight end like Kittle? Did he have a wide receiver like Ayuk on that team?
He didn't have no
Did he have
Jeffrey
the best
Wilson.
left
He didn't
tackle
have
in the
no help. It was just him.
Nobody. So, the Rams, like, seriously, like, the Rams, they got no fans. That's why they're in here, because they don't even have a fan base. They were probably ex-49er fans, and once the Rams came to LA, hey, let me go be an LA fan.
T-Flow, about 2-3 hours ago, they already counted the 49ers right now. Already ticket sales reflect 60% of the crowd is going to be red and gold.
Hey, Ronbo, I live over here in LA. I live over here. They're having tomorrow's 49er invasion over there. First off, they're having it at the Hard Rock Cafe in LA, right next to Staples Center. Then then there's another one, couple of blocks, it's not too far. Tom's Watch Bar, another one. John Chapman, he's throwing another one. And later on that night, there's one in the big bad city of Pico. There's 4 49er invasions that are big going on in LA because everybody knows.
Rudy, which one you go attend in your other jersey?
Yeah, because seriously, dude, because this is all non-empire over here. That's why we call the empire. We travel from the East Coast to the West Coast and even overseas. We got it.
We got a W from Ali. What do you got going? What do you call it here?
You know what? With this weapon, just like Kyle needs to step it up. He has a new offensive piece that he should use to it fully to his advantage.
Look out for CMC,
right
this week.
Man, it's gonna be 38-20.
Yes. Yes.
Because the Rams are nobody, people. Man, dude, like they're nobody.
They
just like the last caller, we're gonna do a luau, but instead of a pig, we're gonna do a luau on the Rams. That's what we're gonna do.
D-Flow, I gotta go.
That's for Big Tony and the guy.
Let me give you and Ali a big holler out of here, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Our representation in SoCal. We got a lot of SoCal folks, boy. I tell you, wearing that red and gold. All right, Ronbo, have a good one.
You too. Night, Ali. Boy, it's gonna be funny. If everybody's right and the Rams do lay down and start playing like, please, don't hurt us, Niners. Just go. Oh, Jalen.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jalen, let me sit back here tripping, man, because, we got people mad and you're fighting and everybody else. And
yeah,
some
Ronbo,
people say we got it
about
made.
That. Hey, Ronbo, I'm sorry that happened, man. As much as you do for us coming on here, letting us speak our mind, man, yeah, you shouldn't have nobody disrespecting you like that in your chat, coming in not being able to, be mature. So I apologize for that, for you, Ronbo.
You know, we don't want to call no names, but yes, indeed, the young Montana, he is annoying.
But who do we play after the bye week? Because I'm not worried about the Rams. So who we got after the bye week? I'm not Ronbo.
Somebody said it might be the Cardinals.
The Cardinals? All right, let's talk about the Cardinals. I think I'm not talking about the Rams, bro. 7 straight wins in a regular season, and they some shit already. I'm not finna talk about them. We finna beat them. It is what it is. I done said it too many times before, man, when I thought we were going to lose, and we won. So at this point, what do I say every time I get in here, Ronbo? Aaron Rodgers going to always beat the Bears. So, I mean, it ain't going to change. So the Cardinals. Yeah. D-Hop had 9 receptions for 100 yards.
Yeah.
I think the last game. How you think Arizona might be coming up a little bit? It might be a little problem for us in the division.
Listen, I tell you, Jalen, let me tell you this, because Verrett, I don't know how healthy he's feeling, but if he's feeling pretty good after the bye week, D-Hop ain't getting nothing done. He can't get no work done against Verrett. I watched him from the first quarter to fourth. I thought it was just one of those things. Yeah.
Mooney could guard D-Hop.
He'll be healthy too.
Mooney could guard D-Hop for sure.
Well, yeah, he ain't played all season. And they need to check the drugs and whatever that other stuff they suspended him for in the first place, see if he's taking that stuff again.
And he tried to, and about this whole Jeff Wilson trading thing, honestly, Ronbo, how does Elijah Mitchell, Christian McCaffrey, and Ty Davis Price running back room sound? That's not bad.
No, it's not. And I think the 49ers are looking at that. And then you also got Jordan Mason, who's already flashed that he can play this game. So that's why they want to see if they can get something for Jeffrey Wilson, because he's got a reputation. People look around the league and say, yeah, we'll take Jeffrey Wilson off your hands. I still want the wrong team to get him.
Oh, God, if the Rams pick him up, I mean, well, no, they can't pick him up. We going to trade him, so they can't technically pick him up.
Yeah, but they got no assets, fam. The Rams they ain't got 2 picks to rub. I mean, you know how people say 2 nickels to rub together? The Rams ain't got 2 players to rub together. I mean, they got nothing. That's why they couldn't get Christian.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing.
With that attitude. F them picks. Okay, Rams, keep effing them picks. Now look at you. Yes.
I definitely, I think Kittle, this gonna have to be a Kittle's gonna have to go off this day, because I know Ramsey's finna shadow Brandon the entire game. So Kittle's finna have to, it's probably gonna be a Kittle game.
Mm-hmm. And make Charlie Warner block.
Don't
Don't let Kittle stay in all the time. Warner can block, by the way, too. That
Charlie
block
Warner
he
can
put
block.
on, man, that boy can hit.
We need to have him stand there and blocking and let Kittle go out and have him and have play receiver.
Yes. You know.
Even let Willie go out
the
and
best
have
when we
some
got
receivers.
at that, though. But still, let Warner ain't bad. Let him block, Kyle.
Yeah. And about the offensive line, and Ronbo, Kyle, he needs to do better at evaluating talent. Because look at DJ Reed right now.
It was an accident, though. Remember that. They didn't mean to let DJ Reed go. They put him up on waivers. Remember, he had a torn pec muscle. And here come Pete Carroll. Now I'll take him. What?
But why did we never start him?
I know, right? Who was ahead of him? He was Jimmy
Akello
Ward was playing the slot.
Witherspoon. We had Akello Witherspoon starting on the outside. I mean, we could have. DJ Reed was on the roster for like 2-3 years.
Well, hey, wasn't DJ supposed to be a safety? Was he a safety or a corner?
He was. I think it was a free safety, maybe some.
Maybe he's just.
I think it was a nickel.
Yeah, so he was in a slot coverage, right?
Like, man, we done let so much talent get away from us. Why did Trent Brown? Why did we trade away Trent Brown? Trent Brown and Trent Williams right now, the Trent Towers. That's what I call them.
I'm telling you right now, Akello Witherspoon looks awfully good in Pittsburgh too.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, he didn't look crazy good, but he looks okay.
Yeah,
better than he did when he left.
Yeah, definitely does look better than he looked. He's staying on the field, is what I can say. He's gonna stay on the field with us. But I mean, like Trent Brown, DJ Reed, these guys, they left the 49ers and they continue to have success in places where we needed them.
And after Trent Brown left, who do we get?
Mike McGlinchey.
Somebody ought to be taken
I'll
to
take
jail.
Trent Brown back in the heartbeat over Mike McGlinchey.
Boy. I mean, anytime a person like Von Miller says, boy, one thing I have trouble with is Trent damn Brown. See, he ain't never said that about Mike McGlinchey.
Trent Brown, because Mike McGlinchey's soft, Ronbo. When I saw him the other day in that game, I was like, man, he's built like him and Charlie Warner, like they built the same. Like he's so, like if Mike McGlinchey wasn't 6'8", if he wasn't 6'8", Ronbo, dude, to begin, he wouldn't be able to play offensive tackle. Like he's not that big. We need to go and get rid of him. Not get rid of him, but not re-sign him.
And if you're 6'8" and not strong, you already your center of gravity is not good. Mike gets laid down more than any offensive tackle I've ever seen. Jalen, we got to roll. Jalen, what you got for a score, though?
20-28, 24, 49ers.
All right. That's what I'm talking
Come from behind, win like always.
It can't be in the second half, though. We better
it's
hold them
always
off.
a comeback win, Ромbo. We always
That's
come
true.
back on them.
We came back on them last year.
Yeah, and the year before that, and the year before that. I mean, it's
what we do with the Rams.
Yeah, it's the same.
All right, Jalen, good stuff.
Next
fam.
big
We'll see
game,
you.
Arizona. Next big game, Arizona. Let's go,
There
y'all.
you go. All right, fam. Have a great night. Get ready for Victory Sunday, Monday. Okay. Yeah, that's it, boy. Came from behind. That's why Kyle Shanahan's record's 1-30 when behind in the second half. It was the Rams again answering that call. Wait, as I speak. Well, it's time for Marketing Pro. Come on in, player.
Hey, what it do, player?
Mike, I got to tell you, I like you. You be killing me. Right, bro. Okay.
You know, to take another sip of this diet drink, feeling real good tonight. All I got to say is, man, that Debo injury is a huge game changer. He's been the nightmare, I ain't going to lie. He always comes up with a big play. But now, who's going to replace Debo in this must-win for the 49ers Sunday?
Is that a question? Do I get to answer?
Yes.
You already know what I'm going to say, don't you? CMC, 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 CMC. That's all. Because you know how many 49er fans will be in them stands. In the second half, all you'll hear, CMC, CMC.
Local LA news has been saying a lot of Rams are going to show out on Sunday.
Show out in what way?
They're going to show up at SoFi.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And they've tripled the ticket prices, so I don't see a lot of 49ers making the trip.
It'll be a 50-50 somebody needs to call the police about that. Y'all tried to do that last year in the playoff game. It didn't work. You see, 49er fans don't care how much money it costs. We're coming in.
Hey, man, all I know is this game is a must-win for the Rams, must-win for the Niners. Somebody's ship is going to sink Sunday, but Rams should have the slight edge. Now,
how come?
Bosa they're saying Bosa is not 100%. He didn't look right against the Chiefs. You give Matthew Dimes Stafford even 2.9 seconds with Van Flash Jefferson back in the mix, and Allen Robinson got going against the Panthers. Our offense looks like it's coming back together. So if Matthew Stafford does not get knocked down a million times like he did on Monday night, this game could turn ugly for the Niners. And now let me ask you another question.
Okay.
The 49ers are missing McDaniels because all season, second half, you know what I'm saying? You guys ain't scoring any points. Is that a trend, or is that McDaniels' genius
We
missing
haven't figured that one out yet. There's probably several reasons for that. We can't figure out which one is the most accurate. McDaniels is a very popular theory, though, and it could be true.
Because Steve Young is kind of taking shots at Kyle, too. Now, I think he's lost the team because Steve said that Kyle don't trust the captain of the team, Jimmy. I mean, I'm not saying it.
Steve's always saying that, though. Steve said that last year, and they went and re-signed him. You know, Steve is not. He's not a Jimmy Garoppolo fan.
See now, Sean the genius McVay, he always makes the adjustments. He always solves the problem. We trust in him. So Sunday, I'm gonna call the score out. Hopefully, 32-21 Rams. Peace out, player.
All right, Market Bro, just make sure we write that down. All right, Market Bro, make sure you come in Sunday and let's talk about this.
For sure. All
right, Market Bro. There's something about him that just kills me. Oh, no. It's back-to-back horns. Oh, my God, it's Rudy. Rudy, I hope you're not smoking any generic cigars just because you're large.
Ronbo, how you doing?
Rudy, I'm doing fine in anticipation of another matchup, and I should ask you the same question.
Well, me and Marketing Pro, we came in to restore some order. We these Niner fans, God bless them. They come to SoFly. They pay for the food and beer, and they help pay for our lights and everything, and help pay the Chargers' way since they rent our stadium. And then they leave and they buy a couple of Super Bowl hats and shirts for their family members. God bless them. Most of them live in Los Angeles, like my guy. What was his name? The guy before Marketing Pro and the other guy talking about all the Niners at the sports bars and stuff. Yeah, young guys like that. Young guys like that with the Niner gear, the tag still sticking out of the back of the hat. Never even saw a Niners Super Bowl victory. Talking smack about regular season games. Really? God bless them. The Rams. This is what I see, Ronbo. The Rams have played horrible.
Just for a second.
Yes.
Did you say something about new clothes and tags hanging out?
Yes, I did, Ronbo.
You really
did? Yes, I did.
No, really.
Yes, because if you remember from 2014 to 2017, you couldn't shake a stick at two Niner fans. They didn't even show up to their own stadium. They talk about, oh, we took over this stadium and that stadium. That is true, Rumble. You cannot say it wasn't.
Yeah,
Levi
it was a
Stadium was
little
empty.
lean for
Yeah,
that
it was
little
very
stretch
lean.
of time.
Most of these guys they weren't taking over anything at that point, not even their own stadium. That's why it's hilarious for us to see them now. They're winning. They think they have a chance.
The point is,
they come out.
All of a sudden, your population in your stadium during your home games, that they call them for reasons unknown. I mean, there's not a lot of blue and gold overwhelming the crowd, and that speaks volumes about the LA support for the Rams.
Well, you know, Los Angeles, the Rams were not in the market for 20 plus years. We've talked about this before. Most of the Niner fans that go to SoFi Stadium already live in Los Angeles or SoCal. They don't bother to go to Levi Stadium. And I don't blame them because that's a horrible stadium. You know, the Yorks, they're penny pinchers over there. You get a suntan by halftime. I don't blame them coming to a facility like SoFi Stadium, only the best for the best franchise. You got to tip your hat to, Stan Kroenke. But yeah, I give them props coming out. You know, they go to Atlanta and they take over that stadium and then they leave disappointed. They go to SoFi Stadium in the NFC Championship game and they leave disappointed. You know, props to them. But here we are, Rumble.
How many times have we come to the stadium and came out exuberant?
Yeah, in the regular season, Rumble, the regular season. So,
you got away once.
Rumble?
It was bad timing. I agree.
Rumble, is that the bar in Santa Clara? The best that they can do is regular season wins against the Rams, but then they lose to the Broncos. They lose to the Bears. They lose to the Falcons. Even the Dirty Birds. Tony over here. They're even doing the Dirty Bird on the Niners. So is the Rams game the regular season game the Niners Super Bowl?
It would be equally embarrassing to lose to the Rams. I got to tell you too.
Well, because the Rams, all they do is win, except for the Niners in the regular season. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be a good game.
All they do is win. What? You got away once. Okay,
Rumble.
That does not warrant all the Rams do is win.
Rumble, that was the main one. Okay, I'm talking about overall.
Well, all they do is win because all
we do is Rumble.
Lose, and you get lucky on occasion.
Name one losing season that Sean McVay has had as a Rams coach.
I could say the same thing about LaFleur over in Green Bay. But, who owns you? We own LaFleur and the Packers. We own you people. You got away once. Okay.
Well, we'll say it this way. The Niners, we'll say it this way. Because of the history, you can't, you are what your record is. The Niners own the Rams in the regular season up to now. And the Rams own Kyle's Niners in the postseason. And I'll take that every time. So, but
we've
it's
only
going to
met
be
you once in the postseason. You better be glad that it didn't happen before that, because
the reason why it hasn't happened before that because they can't make the playoffs.
It was a perfect environment for you guys. That's the reason why you got away. The other playoff games, if we would have met you in week 1, it would have been better of the playoffs.
Ronbo, let me ask you this though. What do you think about the CMC trade? Because you guys didn't need him. You guys have Debo. Wilson Jr. is a good running back. He's not CMC, but he's very close as far as production.
Yeah,
I think that you guys blocked us from getting CMC. I think
I'm in full agreement with that. And also, CMC did make us. He is a Pro Bowl running back who's able to do a lot of things and do a lot of things well. Now, Debo does a lot of things well too. But why not have 2 of those? Now you ensure, and it comes in handy this week because Debo's out. And CMC can continue to keep the pressure.
Oh, yeah, he's a great talent. He's a great talent, but it's going to be unfair on his part because, Kyle Shanahan has a tendency to run guys into the ground. And I really hope that he doesn't, he's a good guy.
A bit of a concern to me. But, Rudy, I'd love to hear your score on what's going to happen this Sunday.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Ronbo, just looking at, we got our starting center back. We put a big Alaric Jackson on left tackle. The Niners are hurt on the defensive line, so they're not going to be as stout on the defensive line. Van Jefferson makes a huge difference. There's another target. So the Hufanga rather can Keon Cup to get that pick 6 like last time. because we only had 2 targets. So I think the Rams, if they can move the ball, make Jimmy one-dimensional, it could be something like 27-17.
Yeah.
Or if it's like before, where the Niners are able to run with CMC, keep us off the field, limit our possessions.
Yeah.
I can see us winning 24-20. So we'll see what happens.
No matter what,
I think we pull it out.
Okay.
I think we pull it out only because you guys are banged up and we're still we're licking our wounds and we're a little healthier.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the showdown in the rematch in the NFC Championship game, Ronbo, because you know that D-Hop isn't going to make the difference with Kyler Murray. Nope. And you know that the Seahawks are on borrowed time. Yeah. So it's going to be us 2 coming out of the West. And whoever wins can get to the Super Bowl because the NFC is very weak.
Yeah, that's true.
But keep an eye, Ronbo, on Monday, Sunday night or Monday afternoon. Keep an eye on Les Snead to pull that trigger and shock the world.
Yeah.
We'll see who we get. OBJ, can you hear me? Chubb, can you hear me? Kareem Hunt, can you hear me? We will see, Ronbo. But God bless you, man. We'll see what happens, man.
We'll see what happens.
Your man. And Jimmy, Ronbo, I know you have a big, huge smile on your face because your man Jimmy made it through. He's the starting quarterback of the Niners at this point. I knew you. I knew you didn't think he was.
Rudy, have a good night, and we'll see you Sunday.
Okay, Ronbo, have a great night, man. Have a great night.
Let's go talk to a fan from another team that's a lot more, has more suave. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo, good evening, good evening, good evening.
It is a good evening, isn't it? Boy, I tell you, Rudy and Marketing Pro, both those guys had to be a comedy team.
Exactly. And I was listening to that garbage they was talking just now. And I was typing in the comment section. He was saying when Rudy said that you guys stole CMC from him, I said, no, Rudy. I said, you guys didn't need CMC. You have Cam Akers. I said, oh I forgot. Y'all got tweets right now.
Hey, and remember, Tony, every time this is going to happen, in the future is going to happen a lot to the Rams. Every year during the midseason time and off season too. Rams, y'all still want to F them picks?
Yeah. They ain't gonna have none left.
Now you ain't got no money, and picks are money.
Look at the history of the Rams and how they've been treating their players. Didn't they mistreat Eric Dickerson by not paying him? Drafted Jim Everett, paid him big money, so Eric Dickerson won it out.
And did the same thing to Gurley. Gurley had to keep. I understand he had to keep calling back to the facility. I'm representing Todd Gurley. He's wondering if he's going to be compensated in full. Is it going to be this month, next month, or how soon can he anticipate full compensation? And you imagine that? This is a Hollywood franchise. They're supposedly Les Snead's supposed to have bottomless pockets, and people have to wait to get their money.
Yep.
I love it.
And they have a history of doing this to certain players. So.
And why would I want to sign up with the Rams knowing that they have that kind of history? See, you keep doing that. And OBJ, they just swear to God, like Rudy's thinking, you wait, Les Snead's going to come up with a blockbuster. Man, no, he ain't. He might pick up the Browns running back, because I understand the Browns running back wants out. Is that true? I thought I heard something like that.
Then Rudy said something about borrowed time. So I put in the comment section, I said, no, Rudy, the Rams are on borrowed time. OBJ needs to fire.
You know, the bottom line is no matter what happens this weekend, Rams time is also on a ticker too, because you can't lose what they've lost and continue to maintain that standard of play. Now, their offensive line, you lost I don't know if Notaboom was all that, but I mean, they lost him. He was a starter, though.
Not.
You lost Whitworth from last year. You lost and the Warriors went on the trenches. You can't lose Von Miller and have somebody over there that's just not even half as good as he is and expect to maintain the same amount of pain on other teams. So this is funny. Rams don't know it yet, but they're dead.
I'm convinced that if they hadn't got Von Miller and they had all that other talent, they wouldn't have even got to the divisional round. I'm convinced of that. Yeah. Von Miller
got him over.
Put them in the Super
Bowl. Because he made it possible for Aaron Donald to be more effective. Did they miss Clay Matthews? They do a job on him too?
I don't
Yeah, the
know.
Rams did have Clay Matthews, didn't they, for a minute?
For a minute, yeah. But he didn't do anything there. His skills kind of diminished.
Yeah, he was pretty much done by the time he got there. That's why the Green Bay
Yeah,
let him go. This is why when people
Yeah.
always talk about how Green Bay's never had any defense, I say, I don't know if they've never had any defense in the last decade. I mean, there was a couple times they had a pretty
Clay
decent defense.
Matthews was nice in Green Bay. When he was in Green Bay, he was nice there.
Wasn't he a
But
Pro
when he went to
Bowler?
the Rams,
Yeah.
yeah. He went to the Rams. He was trash, man. He wasn't
He was
all
done.
that. So
He was done.
and Rudy, the arrogance. I'm convinced you guys stole CMC from us. The 49ers is thinking about them. They ain't thinking about you guys. The arrogance.
You know, Rudy, he be tripping. It's hilarious. So yeah, and the New Jersey thing is what got me. You know how many New Jerseys? If we went around from house to house to check to see the Rams fan, and can you just bring that jersey up and hold it out for us? We're gonna take a picture of that. All right, there it is, and that's just like you can see. This is a version from 2022. All right, thank you. You know, come on, Rudy. There's tags hanging off of you all over the place. When the Rams show up at the stadium, somebody paid him to put that New Jersey on. He's going to accuse the 49er fans of walking around with a new uniform. I mean, no, they're not. God.
Yeah,
Yes, we have-
because
yes.
the Rams, the people in Los Angeles, they don't care about the Rams.
Yeah, it's
They don't-
the
they
Dodgers and
really don't.
Lakers. And you know what's so funny? The Clippers are probably owning a bigger share of the fan base now than even the Rams, because the Clippers got a damn good team, actually. Even though the Lakers are screwing up, you know, they're probably still getting more love as long as LeBron's over there. That's where it's going to be.
And the Kings, the hockey team, the Kings,
Yeah, I
LA
forgot
fans
about
love
them.
the Kings.
Are they getting a lot of love? I didn't know the Kings.
Yeah.
I forgot about them. They got a hockey franchise too. But yeah.
Oh, what do you talk about some other football? What do you think about, Nostradamus Aaron Rodgers? He's blaming everybody but himself again.
Aaron
What do you
needs
think
to-
about that?
Aaron, you know what? I don't want to say too much. A lot of 49er fans just love Aaron, but I keep, this is a man who's taken all these journeys, mental dives off into areas that I don't understand. Aaron, why do you have to share that with us? Why don't you,
Exactly.
Stop? You're distracting. That's why Devontae said, I had enough of that dude. Smokes more stuff a day than 20 dudes, man. I'm done. Because he starts talking and you start, Aaron, what are you talking about? And you're right. He's blaming the team now.
He indirectly made comments about the two new receivers, 4th round pick, Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah, make them.
The guy's trying, Ronbo.
Yeah.
And poor Christian Watson, Ronbo. I
Hurt.
think he's mentally messed because the kid can't get on the field.
Yeah.
Remember, I love Christian Watson coming out, but
Yeah, Aaron's out there determining people's futures and everything. That's not his job. And he's out there saying who ought to be made to. Well, players can't get it done. Maybe we ought to get somebody out there that hasn't had a chance. I say, Aaron, now, Aaron, if I'm on your team and I heard you say that, and I'm doing the best I can out there, and I hear that, I think I might somehow subconsciously my effort to help this team win may slide a little bit, even if I'm trying as hard as I can. That pissed me off. I'd say something to him about that at some point too, if I was like a receiver. Aaron, I'm doing the best I can out here. Like, if I'm disappointing you, you might point that out to me. Had you shown up in preseason while you were out there on your campaigns, things probably would have been different. Then I probably would have got kicked off the team. But still, God, that's just wrong on so many levels.
did you see last night's game at all, Ronbo? Tampa and Baltimore?
Yeah. That was interesting. I felt sorry for Brady.
Did you see the end of it?
I think I stopped the last couple of minutes I missed because I knew they were going to lose. I knew Tampa. I knew that they had secured that win. But what happened?
So you saw when Baltimore was up 24-16, they had the ball with 4 minutes left, and they drove down the field. Then once they got across the 50, they started running, right? Did you see that?
Yeah. I think I did see that part.
Ronbo, that was the same scenario as Super Bowl 51. The same scenario. And you know what Baltimore did? They didn't pass, they ran. They ran. They kicked the field goal. Now they up 27-16. They're up by 11 with less than 3 minutes left. Tampa gets the ball, goes down the score, but the game was over. It's the same thing the Falcons should have ran.
Yeah.
Baltimore did. It was the same. Ronbo. It kind of. I got to get over Super Bowl 51, Ronbo, because that was so close.
It'll make you bitter, really. I had two of those. I'm trying to digest and keep out. But what was really telling is how Brady, with all his offseason dramas, wasn't able to get out there with his guys. There's no chemistry. That ball he threw out in front of that tight end. When was the last time Brady missed like that? My God.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ooh, I said, wow, what's wrong with Tom? What's that ball going in the dirt? Tom, you weren't being attacked that time. Oh, my God, Brady. That whole domestic situation is destroying him. So he needed, I feel bad for him. That's not Tom Brady.
He was off target with Evans last night. I'm like,
badly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Ronbo, Julio, I wish Julio would retire.
I know. Well, he got a touchdown.
But it hurts my heart to see him like this. This is not the last time I seen Julio Jones being Julio Jones was week 2 of last year, Tennessee at Seattle.
I know.
When he had like 6 receptions for 151. That was the last time we seen Julio Jones.
They always seem to
He's
have to
been
go
a
out
shell of
like
himself since then.
Yeah, they all seem
Yep.
the great ones always seem to go out like that, it seems. Only a few walk away at the right time. So we're gonna go.
A lot of them hold on too long.
Oh God! So because they can't believe they can't compete any further. So they just, oh man, he's still out there. Poor guy. He just loves the game, and I sympathize with him for that. But for those of us who worshipped him for so long, we just wish they would have called it a day a little before this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway. All right, Tony. You got any score predictions for our game or your game?
Your game, Ronbo, it's going to be a lower. That over-under is 43.5. So I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I got it San Francisco 21, the Rams 13.
Because they didn't score a lot of points on the Panthers. Panthers donated some of those points. And also, Tony, who are you playing this weekend?
Oh, we playing for. If we win, we're in first place by ourselves. We play Carolina at home. If we win, we're 4-4.
Oh,
because Tampa lost.
You know what? I would bet money on y'all on that game. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You play the Panthers?
Yeah. Yeah. If the Panthers win, then if we lose, we're still in first. If we lose, that's a messed up division. If we lose, the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Buccaneers will all be 3-5.
That's amazing.
The Aints only won 2 games, so they're out.
But
if we win, we're 4-4, we're in first place by ourselves.
It's a weird season. Tony, I'll see you Sunday. Good luck to you, and have a great night.
I'll see you Sunday. Good luck to you too, Ronbo. They replaying your game against Kansas City on NFL Network.
Oh, of course they will. They're not going to play any games we win.
Yeah.
They got to play those. Yeah.
They do us the same way.
It's terrible.
I'll see you Sunday, sir.
All right. Night, Tony.
Take care.
You too. I want to thank you for the contributions tonight. I guess we made a few people not happy tonight. The likes are keeping up with the hourly volume. Listen, the reason I like a young Montana just bothers me. Okay? The guy is like, he's not a 49er fan. He comes out and openly tells you, I like this team's fans, I like this team fans. And sure, I support this team and I support that team. But he won't support the 49ers when he calls himself a 49er fan. That sucks. Anyway, fam, go ahead and hit that like before you leave, though. Let me get me up to 90 at least. Hey, I tell you what I'm going to do. Subscribe. I'll see you Sunday for the game. And after, we're going to win this game. I refuse to be anything else than a man who has never lost faith. Do not listen. There's a difference between Homer and faith. I believe. What's this? More lyrics to that word. Fam, have a great night. See you Sunday. In your face, at your place. Night.